All right, guys, today we got a real special guest in the house. This man is real controversial, got himself into a lot of trouble on this internet, real hated. I'm talking about the one and only Bulletz Gotti.
Hey, what's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Bulletz, what's good with you, bro?
I'm good, bro. I just want to give a big shout out to PANDA for letting me come through here. You know, I watch the platform. You know, one thing about me, I watch everybody's YouTube channel, and yours is one of the most entertaining shows ever on YouTube, especially your guests. So I had to come up here. I hit up here and I say, "Yo, Panda, I got to do one with you. It's important that we do a show together, and I'm glad that I'm here."
So, like you said, you're a fan of the channel. You've seen my approach to interviews. You know I rarely, if ever, give my opinion on things, right?
Yeah.
I may push back, but ultimately your answer is going to be your answer, right?
Yeah.
So I want you and the audience to know this ain't going to be biased. You know, I don't know you like that. I respect you as a fellow, content creator. So while I'm asking you questions, I don't want you to think I'm trying to check you. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you a platform to clarify some of the narratives that is out there about you.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
All right. So first things first, we got to talk about my bro, Cuban Link, right?
Okay.
I was hesitant to do this interview because, you previously had said some comments about my brother where you brought up the whole rumors of him and Liza Rios, Big Pun's wife, as the reasons why Cuban got his face cut.
Yeah.
I think you brought up the whole Fat Joe paperwork situation as well.
Yes.
So what you got to say about that, man?
So I want to say this, right? With the whole Cuban Link, it was a misunderstanding. I want to get that clear, right? I know that words got, crossed the line, something happened, and like I said, the whole paperwork thing, when I found out, and I should have corrected it, Cuban Link did not give out that paperwork. I'm going to correct that now. It was a fellow YouTuber, a guy that was associated with me and Hassan Campbell, that was a rapper that was giving this paperwork to all the YouTubers. And Cuban Link name got in it because he was on a certain YouTuber named 10 Toes Down platform. So everybody thought it was Cuban Link, but it was never Cuban Link. It was this guy named Five Guard, who was a YouTuber that was giving Star, 10 Toes Down, Hassan Campbell, and many other YouTubers this paperwork on Fat Joe, which was not even true paperwork. It was fake. It wasn't even, the guy called 10 Toes Down, called the guy up, and it was proven that it wasn't Fat Joe. So, and then the whole thing about
the crazy thing though, but about that, right? Star was the one that posted it first.
Yeah.
Star was the one that posted it first because word is that paperwork had been floating around for a while.
Yeah.
Especially in the streets. It been out there for a while. And a lot of people heard about it. I know Cuban had found out about it way before Star even posted it. And he waited until then he saw Star post it. So then he was like, okay, now we gonna see if this is real or not.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. It was Star first, and then from Star, 10 Toes Down jumped on it. And then they wanted Hassan, but Hassan didn't jump on it. And then, Cuban did an interview with 10 Toes Down. So everybody thought it was Cuban, which it wasn't. It wasn't Cuban Link. So I want to clear that up here, that it was not Cuban Link. And Cuban Link and Pun's wife did not have a relationship. I want to clear that up too.
Yeah, because she had went on Clubhouse and she had cleared that up too.
Yeah.
Right.
It was something, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a behind the scenes conversation with some people. I'm not gonna put them out there. I don't want to, incriminate anybody. But they insinuated that. So when I did my homework and I had another conversation, they said it was not true. And the situation with Cuban Link and Fat Joe was not about Liza. So we're gonna clear that up today on this interview.
Yeah, man, and most definitely, I know that Cuban recently he did a live and you was on there and like you was talking to him and you guys sorted that out. So that's good, bro.
Yeah, salute the Cuban Link. Salute the Cuban Link. You know what I'm saying? I like what he's doing. He got a great platform. I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? And I want him to do his thing, man, with the music shit. You know what I'm saying? And continue doing what he's doing, man. Salute to you, Cuban. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, and I know it was easy for people to blame him because of like him being the biggest name involved with that, and also like the sensitive situation between him and Joe. So it was, you know, it might have not been the best
Listen,
move.
him and Joe been beefing. Him and Joe been beefing since 2001. You know, and like that whole situation, like you said, Panda, the people was going to point the fingers at him because that's a guy that Joe been going back and forth with for the longest. You know, and it's kind of crazy because I'm gonna be honest with you, right? When I look at the whole like Terror Squad thing, like they had a great movement. You know, me being a fan because I love Big Pun. Let me just say this. You know what I mean?
Well, because you're Latino too, right?
I'm half.
What are you?
I'm Jamaican, Black, and Portuguese. So you know what I'm saying, and I got a little bit of Puerto Rican in me too. I found out through my ancestry. So yeah, you know. So I bangs with Big Pun, I bangs with Fat Joe, and I bangs with Cuban Link. I think what people gotta understand is they had a movement that was so strong for the Bronx, Panda, that a lot of people don't understand that Big Pun was ahead of his time. You know, Big Pun
Facts.
was the Puerto Rican Biggie Smalls. You know, a lot of people got to look at it like that. He was the Puerto Rican Biggie Smalls, and he only had 2 albums. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna say something controversial on your channel. I'm gonna say this. I think Capital Punishment is better than Ready to Die.
Woo!
I think Capital Punishment. Listen, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I live in BK. You know what I'm saying? People get mad at me when I say this, but I'm gonna say this again. I think Capital Punishment is a well-produced, well-laced album, production-wise and structure-wise, it's better than Biggie's Ready to Die.
Now you know some people gonna agree with you, but some people gonna be saying this.
You wildin'. How you gonna say some shit like that?
Listen. I think Big Pun, in my opinion, as an artist, I think his approach to how he had mainstream, underground, street records, a mixture like a gumbo on Capital Punishment, whereas Biggie, Puff had to push Biggie to do Big Papa, Juicy. Like Big Pun, he didn't have no problem doing Punish Me, I'm Not a Player, Still Not a Player. He and nobody forced him to do that. These are records that he wanted to do. He was an artist, a true artist. So I think Big Pun is a better artist than Biggie. I think Biggie's a better rapper. Rapper wise, lyrical, yes. I don't even think lyrical. Let me not say that because I think Pun is a better lyricist than Biggie. Let me just say this. I just think rapping, like putting words together, like being like flow wise, witty. Biggie is better lyric on the wittiness. I think Pun is better on the lyrical side, and as an artist, he's a better structured artist than Biggie.
You know, it's that second album, the Yeah Baby, because he wasn't alive. I feel like it didn't fulfill his vision. Like
that's what Biggie got him on. Look, and Panda, that's what Biggie. I say this to people all the time. I say Biggie got him on the second album. Life After Death is a better album than Yeah Baby, but their first 2 albums, Big Pun got Biggie on the first 2 albums. Capital Punishment is better than Ready to Die. I don't care what nobody say. I'm being honest with you, Panda. Like this is
but they both legends. But the sad thing is like they don't got a lot of like unreleased posthumous like verses and everything where they could have like worked on like how like Tupac had like tons of unreleased shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, but you gotta look at it. What Tupac got over Pun and Biggie is that he just was a workaholic. You know, kind of like Nas and many other artists that you see. But Nas and Tupac is like, I always compare those two because they got a lot of unreleased music and they have like a vault of music. Whereas like Pun and Biggie, they had a lot of music, but they didn't have a vault of music. And Pun, if Pun would have lived longer, I think Pun would have still been doing what he's doing, even Biggie. But I just think with like the level that Pun was, like even people listen to Yeah Baby had big songs on it. Like he had 100%. He had It's So Hard with Donnell Jones. So he still had like big records. He just didn't have like, I would say like what he had on Capital Punishment. Like Capital Punishment, everything was a hit on it. Everything was a
Yeah,
radio.
and I think that Capital Punishment had more of the street records though
Yeah,
too.
it had street records, it had club records, it just had so much hits that you can't even, like, if you listen to Capital Punishment today, right, it still sounds fresh, it still sounds fire. I got 2 CDs of Capital Punishment in my vault. I listen to Capital Punishment regularly. I love the album. I think Pun, in my opinion.
Let me ask you this though, okay? Because don't you think that like because towards the end of his life, his weight started to affect how long he could rap for? Because you
Yeah,
know, like towards the end of his life, he started just like punching in like line by
yeah,
line. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So the breath control made it difficult. That's why I felt like at times on Yeah Baby, it seemed like he was a little off, bro, like off
yeah,
beat almost.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
And I know Cuban tried his hardest to like help them put that project together after he had
yeah,
passed, but it was like when you're not alive to see the project all the way through
yeah,
to your vision,
yeah.
it affects it. You know what I'm
I'm not
saying?
gonna lie, like certain records, like the record that he did, This Is 50, right? My Turn, he did
Right.
sound kind of a little bit off beat. But like when you listen to
Mhm.
100%, he didn't sound off beat. When you
Right.
listen to It's So Hard with him and Darnell Jones, he didn't sound off beat on it.
Nah, that's a
That's
smash.
a smash. But like the
Yeah.
other records that he had on there, yeah, I agree. He did sound like off beat, like the record with Tony Sunshine. Like certain records on there, it was like, the flow wasn't like Capital Punishment. Like he was just flowing like water on Capital Punishment. Like
Right,
everything was
right.
like a smasher.
All right. So you've been making content for how long now?
2018, I came on YouTube.
All right, so
2018,
6 years,
6
right?
years, yeah.
So I've been doing content for probably about almost 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wasn't really aware of the whole Hassan Campbell
Mm-hmm.
drama that you had prior to me doing research, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I missed the whole Wack 100 versus
Mm-hmm.
him wave and all the ins and outs of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to go ahead and cover this in chronological order, okay?
Okay.
So how did you meet Hassan?
Okay, I started watching Hassan Campbell before I even became a YouTuber, and how I got to know about Hassan Campbell was through his video he did on Africa being Bada on Facebook. And
What year is this?
this was 2016.
2016.
And that's how I got to know who Hassan was. And then I saw him again on YouTube where he was talking about the Bambaataa thing. And my mother's from the Bronx. Let me just say that. She's from the Bronx. She's from Patterson. And my step pops, he's from Forest. So I know a lot of what he was talking about through the whole YouTube thing. So when I was listening to his platform, and I was like, okay, he sound, but I said he was self-righteous in the beginning, right? Because I always like, why he always going hard on people? You know what I mean? So at first, I'm gonna be honest with you, I trolled him. Not trolling him in a point like disrespectful trolling, just on some prank. You know when you prank, like like Jackass and like Pump? Like I used to prank his show and pose as some random characters would just call in, right? So eventually me and him got cool, and I've been supporting dude channel ever since.
Whoa. Let me stop you there, okay? Because wasn't it true that you had a whole bunch of people dissing him with you
No,
in the beginning?
I'm going to tell you this. Okay, so what happened was I made a video. No, let me go back. Remember I told you I called in his platform because he used to have the what you call like the calling. So I called in his show one time, and it was a random day. He was sitting in this car. He was talking about somebody. Oh, he was talking about Sarnetta and his nephew and another YouTuber. And so he was sitting there. I was like, yo, we're calling this dude platform because every time he's on here, he's always talking about somebody doing this. So I called in. This was like 2018. I called in. I was like, yo, you bitch ass nigga. Yo, Hassan came. So when I called in, he was sitting in the car. And he thought I was this dude, Rob Prophet. He didn't know I was Bulletz Gotti. He didn't know who the hell Bulletz Gotti was. So soon as I called it again, he's like, yo, who's you? Who's this? Who's this, yo? So after that, I called in, he just started laughing. And then he did a live one time. He was in the car with his boy, Agard, God bless the day, Agard. He said, yo, Bulletz Gotti, man, come on the team, man. Come on the team, man. Stop coming at me, man. Come on the team, man. You playing with suckers, man. So,
well, let me ask you though, what made you want to do that? You was bored.
I
was
was
just
bored
having fun.
that day. I was bored. I was watching this show, and I said, yo, I want to spice something up, not knowing that he thought I was the dude that he was beefing with, calling in. You know, it was just crazy. But eventually, me and him became cool. People was gravitating to me and was like saying the Brooklyn Goon. That's what they was calling me, the Brooklyn Goon. So I didn't know who these people was. They was going at him. And then I sat back and I was looking. I'm like, they just attacking this dude. I don't understand why they're attacking him. Like, I get what he's saying. It's on some self-righteous stuff. But I don't understand why, like, they just constantly making videos about him. So me and Hassan, I called in his show one time. We got cool. And then I became his moderator. And I was supporting him ever since. And he supported me ever since. And then from there on,
because he showed you mad love, right?
Yeah,
like
he did.
He really brought you in.
In the beginning, he supported my platform. At the time, I was doing like, because my content was different from his content. My content was basically dealing with rappers, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Panda. I really didn't want to do YouTube, but a video that got me big on YouTube on my first channel, what really popularized me was a video I did on Al Poe going to the Apollo, which got me 59,000 views. And then I did another video with Big Meech was on the phone, and that got me 60,000 views. So from there on, I just did content dealing with the music industry, dealing with, you know, stuff with the industry, the streets, and stuff like that. And it helped out my channel. And so when Hassan and me, I was supporting him. I was coming through there, supporting his platform. And then eventually we collaborated on live streams. So we did a lot of good content together, especially Clubhouse. I brought him to Clubhouse.
Wait, but behind the scenes though, what's the relationship like? Like, are you talking to him on the phone? You guys are cool,
no,
real building like that?
I haven't talked to Hassan. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't talked to Hassan. And I'm gonna be
No, I mean back then.
back
were you
then?
guys
No,
talking
we was
on the
good.
phone?
Our relationship was good. We had a good rapport.
So like outside of the content, you guys were talking on the
we
on
talked
the horn.
every day.
You guys were.
Hassan would call me every afternoon. Every afternoon, I would get a phone call from Hassan, and I'll be like, "Yo, Hassan, we gonna do a live. We gonna do Clubhouse. I'll give him the play-by-play. How we gonna do things." I was kind of like what you call like the marketing team. You know what I'm saying? Like the publicist. I was like if Hassan didn't go on certain platforms, I would go on there as a publicist and just defend his name, you know, as a platform. That's what I would do, you know, and market both our platforms together, you know. So I was doing that for him, and we had a great relationship. We had a great business relationship, and we had a great friendship. You know, he was like a mentor at one point.
Because the way that he describes it is that like he treated you like a little brother.
Yeah, we had like a big brother, little brother, mentor relationship. We had a good relationship. I think.
How long did that go on for?
Wow, we've been cool since 2018, late 20.
So no, but like from 2018 to when it turned bad.
2023.
So you guys were cool for 5 years before it turned bad.
Yeah, 5 years. We had a solid friendship for 5 years. Yeah.
So how does it turn bad if for 5 years he's treating you like a big brother and everything, and mentoring you and help bringing you along the way?
I think it turned bad when the whole thing with Wack 100 with me on Clubhouse. And then
okay, but before we get into that part, right? Before we get into that, so along the way, is there anything that he did that made you feel like I don't fuck with him, or I don't like that he did that, or like made you feel any type of way?
I think what made me feel some type of way with him was his affiliation with certain platforms. Like
what? Like who?
Like the guy Zip with the Drip, you know, 10 Toes, and the 050 movement. A lot of those platforms like was going at him, right? And I thought when he did it was a live stream, and I'm gonna tell you what really like deteriorated our relationship. It was a live stream that he did like in 2022. It was me and him, and we did the live stream. I didn't know that he was gonna bring 10 Toes down. 050 and those guys on the platform, because they was attacking his platform, disrespecting his brand, attacking his name. So I just felt that Hassan,
they was doing what you were doing in the beginning.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Panda. What I was doing in the beginning was on some pranking. It wasn't like trying to like tear his brand down. Like these guys are really trying to tear his brand down to the point like they're just on some hate committee. I didn't have hate for Hassan. In fact, me and him got cool after that. It was like Hassan was laughing when I used to call in. It wasn't like he was to the point like he wanted to go and kill these dudes. You get what I'm saying? So it wasn't like that.
Did he feel that way about the other cats, 050 and,
no,
and everybody?
Like we would have personal conversations. He was very mad about it. How they was going at him. How Five Guard was another one. How he went on a platform with a guy, a YouTuber. I'm not going to say his name because he's deceased now, but a certain YouTuber. This guy, Five Guard was having a whole conversation with this dude. And on the channel, Hassan called my phone. He's like, yo, Gotti, what's up with this dude? He's on the channel with this dude. And he know I don't like this dude. This dude prank called my house and had, police come to my house. So why is he on there? And I'm cool with this. And I'm cool. I'm putting Five Guard on. I'm like, yo, Hassan, I used to tell him, I said, these guys look at Hassan as a come up, for their platforms.
Right.
Like me, I got my own wave. You know what I'm saying, Panda? I don't, Hassan, I thank him for coming on my platform, but I got to make my own wave for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just count on Hassan. You got to go out there and make a name for yourself too. And that's what I constantly did. That's why I respect Hassan for always coming through. We do live streams, and I always used to tell him he didn't have to go on 050 or any of these guys to defend his name. I could do that. I could go on there, but my platform is the platform stationary for me to keep the haters from around you. Just same thing like on his channel. But Hassan is Hassan.
So let me ask you this though, okay? So you got upset that during the live stream he invited these people that he had issues with on there, right?
Yeah.
Did they become cool after that?
No, they continue to keep dissing him. They continue to keep making videos about him and keep lying. And that was
so. What did you tell him when that happened? When they came on the live stream?
I was like, "Yo, Hassan, like, what's up with that?" And a lot of the guys that were supporting him, that were like, shout out to Tigo Billy and Graham's Fishburne. A lot of them guys that was like on the YouTube channel, that was moderators and guys that was just like me, behind the scenes guys that talked them on the phone on the regular, felt some type of way like, we are the team. We are your team, Hassan. We riding with you. But we don't think that they need to share the stage with you, and then they go on their platform and try to down your name. And I felt that us protecting his brand and defending him, that's why I felt that Hassan owed us more than that,
So you didn't feel threatened that they could potentially take your spot?
No, I didn't feel threatened by that.
No, okay.
I felt that Hassan and me had a good rapport. We did great content together. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got my name involved. I've been in a lot of stuff because of Hassan. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like, you know about the subway shooter, right? The guy that shot in the train in New York.
Right.
Listen, the last video he did was talking about me and Hassan Campbell, bro. Freaking crazy, ain't it? Like his last video, there was a live stream that me and Hassan did, and the guy went on his channel before, like, I think it was like the day before he went and shot on the train. Like, yeah, day before he went and shot into the train. And he said, yo, he was on Bulletz Gotti's channel. And I was like, it was kind of crazy. It was kind of eerie because I was like, whoa, the guy shot the subway, and his last video that he did on YouTube was about me and Hassan Campbell. So, me and Hassan been into a lot of stuff. We did a lot of great things. And I don't hold no malice towards the dude. I don't have no hate towards Hassan.
Whoa. I don't know if you could say that, okay? Because we gonna get into that, but at what point do things take a turn for the worse, though? Like when you finally
Oh,
you know, will you guys finally separate?
okay. So I would say it was around March, maybe March, April of 2023. And this is when his channel got demonetized. And
The Fat Joe situation.
yeah, and we had a conversation. And at the time I just came off of 2 flags. I had a flag from a video about Tekashi he got jumped in the
The
bathroom. You
bathroom.
sort of remember the
Right.
thing in the bathroom?
At the gym.
Yeah, in the gym. And I had a copyright strike from somebody that I put up a video with an old video camera on, and the guy, me, we you know, it ended on a bad note. It was a bad business relationship. So me and Hassan, we talked to the phone, and I had like 2 flags on the channel. He was like, "Yo, Gotti, yo, bro, I want you to do a video, to go at the Hip Hop Museum, talk about, Bam and Fat Joe." So this is my thing with Hassan, right? Panda, I had no problem going at and saying things for Hassan. I had no problem doing that. But my thing with Hassan is, if I go at these people, I don't want you to go back and apologize and make an apology, and then I look stupid. You know what I'm saying, Panda? Like,
Okay.
I remember I did a video about Star. No, not even Star. It was about this woman named Layla Wills that he did the documentary with. And then she came on the live stream with me, him, and all these guys. So I'm scratching my head. I'm like, yo, dude, you told me on the phone that this woman set your homie up. You don't want nothing to do with her. F this so-and-so, this B. And then you come on the live and then you squash it with her. That was confused me. You know what I'm saying? Because Panda, I believe I'm a loyal person to the bone. But I believe that if you say somebody did something messed up to you, ruin your platform, lied on you, I have every right. You need to tell me the truth as a friend, because I can't go out there and ride out and then you're not telling me the truth. You get what I'm saying, Panda? So that was what made our relationship kind of sour in the end. And then I went to Clubhouse. And this is another thing.
Wait. But before then, right?
Yeah.
Is it not possible that he forgave Layla and that was okay?
Yeah, but this is the thing. I got flagged because of that. I caught a flag for doing a video.
So your point of view is that you riding out for your man.
Yeah.
He telling you to go at these certain people, but then he didn't tell you when he made peace with them. Like, you were surprised by it?
I was surprised when I saw on the live stream. I didn't know he squashed with this woman. I didn't know, like, certain things that I see Hassan, like even with the it was a situation with 1090 Jake and him. He said that 1090 Jake and Five God was plotting on him and they had money on his head. So I'm gonna ride out for this dude. Hassan said, "What?" I said, "What? He gonna do what?" I went on my channel. I said what I said about this dude, this chick named Remy Roja. So I said everything that he told me to say. He said that these people had money on his head. I'm going all out. So when he called me and told me that, yo, leave her alone. Yo, that's my man's girl. Yo, ain't no beef. I didn't know I knew her. Like, I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So that made me scratch my head, and like that's what made me and Hassan relationship like kind of like rocky a little bit, because it's like once you do things like that, it's like, bro, what's the point?
So did you feel like he was sending you almost like on crash out missions or what?
Yeah, I felt that. And I felt.
But did you have that conversation with him direct to be like, bro, I don't like this, or you made me feel like this?
No, I didn't. I didn't even get to have that conversation, because when after I had the phone conversation, we haven't talked after that. We talked one time, but it was about the YouTuber that I was telling you about, that Five God was having a conversation that got killed. So we had a conversation about that when the guy got murdered. The guy named Shanks King, when he got murdered. So when we had the conversation about that was like the last time I spoke to him. And then when I went on Clubhouse,
No, but I mean, like, you was feeling this type of way throughout the relationship, though, right?
No,
That like
I
he was
wasn't.
sending
No,
you on
I
certain things.
didn't. Actually, we was cool. It was till like I said, the end of 2022, going into 2023. That's when I was like, I felt some type of way. And then when he went on
But
Matt,
why didn't you talk to him about that, though?
nah, because Panda, I really didn't want to I didn't really get mad about it, but I felt some type of way. But I didn't, because I didn't think it was that serious at the time. I just felt like, damn, Hassan could have, give me a heads up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one thing
But
I
don't
felt.
you think that, like, if you had that conversation with him, maybe you guys would be in a different spot, though?
Yeah,
Because, sometimes, like, your emotions fester up and, like,
yeah,
it make you do certain things that
yeah,
maybe you
yeah.
wouldn't have done.
And that's what I was going to say about, like, when I went to Clubhouse, like, after we had the
Right.
conversation. So when I went to Clubhouse, this was like a week after I had the conversation. I was on in a room on stage with Wack 100. And when I was on stage with him, we had nothing to talk about Hassan Campbell. We was talking about some other YouTubers, and some other people. So this is like the first time I was in a room with him. And I went in this private room with some people that support Wack 100. And they asked me, yo, what you coming in the room? Yo, you fuck with Hassan? I'm like, yeah, I fuck with Hassan, but I'm just distancing myself from Hassan and I'm just doing me. You get what I'm saying, Panda? Not saying I don't fuck with Hassan. I'm just falling back, just doing me. Doing my content, focus on my platform.
Bulletz, come on, Bulletz. Nah, but you was on stage. You said that he was dumb, that
No, but that was
that he ain't
after.
make no
Panda,
sweatshirts, no
hold on.
t-shirts.
I'm going to tell you this. Hold on. That was afterwards, Panda. See, a lot of people go with the after conversation. That was after when he went to Clubhouse and somebody told him to come in the room. This guy, these guys, one guy's Zeke Black and a couple other content creators on Clubhouse told him to come in the room, and they heard my conversation with these guys that support Wack 100. But this is the thing, right? I didn't diss Hassan. I said, I'm just doing my own thing. And I said it on my YouTube channel. I said, listen, I don't have no beef with Hassan Campbell, but I'm just doing me. I'm working on my platform. I'm creating my content. I'm just focusing on me. I'm just not, jumping out the window doing them crazy things for Hassan. That's all I said. I said, I'm going to still support. I'm going to still donate. I'm going to still share out his videos. I'm going to still be a loyal supporter, but I'm just falling back. So when I said that, Panda, people took it as they twisted and turned it into something and turned it into a beef. You get what I'm saying, Panda?
So then when is the conversation where you did say those things about him being
So this
dumb
is
and
what
him not
happened.
selling?
This is what happened. So Hassan went into this room on Clubhouse. I'm not going to give them no clout, but it's a New York room on Clubhouse with a bunch of guys on there from New York that has a room, right? This guy named Z Black, shout out to him. He bees in the room. And a couple other guys goes in that room, right? So he's in the room. Hocus 45th was also in that room, and I'm gonna talk about him too. I'm gonna address him on this.
Yeah, we gonna get to that.
Yeah.
We gonna get to that.
So when they went in the room, they said, "Oh, the guy, Bulletz Gotti, he snaked you. He fucking with Wack," right? So I didn't know he was in this room. I was in a whole nother room. You get what I'm saying, Panda? I'm in a room with Doggy Diamonds, Wack 100, and some other guys because they were lying on my name, saying that I dissed somebody. You get what I'm saying? So Hassan gets in the room. He's like, yo, but Bulletz, he in the room with Wack, what? And all this. And then he started saying about certain conversations that I had with Bimmy and the phone conversation. I want to correct this too. Like, Bimmy never threatened no bodily harm. That's the thing that I didn't like with Hassan when he said that in the room. We had a conversation like men, and we came to something, and it was talking about a documentary that they did on Bimmy on Showtime. People could go watch it. It's called The Supreme Team. It's episode 2, where the guy, Prince, who's Supreme's nephew, said that Bimmy called his house before his house was raided by the police. So this man insinuated that this man informed. So I, being a journalist, like you a journalist too, Panda, my journalist instinct is like, whoa, this is a question here that I want to ask him. So these guys on YouTube went and turned it around and said, oh, Bulletz Gotti said this about him. So when Hassan went in the room, he started saying some things that weren't true. So when people alerted me, you know, Panda, they was like, yo, Hassan is in the other room, this you. So when I went to the other room, he had already left. So I heard what he said, and then that's when I went in the room and I had a conversation with Doggy Diamonds.
Wait. How did you hear what he said if he already left?
So the replays was on YouTube.
Oh, got you. Okay.
You get what I'm saying, Panda? The replays was on YouTube. So I heard what he said on YouTube. So I'm in the room with Doggy Diamonds. Doggy Diamonds and him had a little debacle. So Doggy Diamonds told me something that's what made me more angry with Hassan.
What'd he tell you?
Doggy Diamonds said it was a live stream that me, Doggy Diamonds, and Gully TV was going to do with Hassan. It's going to be all of us. Doggy Diamonds told me that I never told Hassan that I didn't want to be on the same live as you. I never dissed you and never said nothing like that. And I said, but Hassan told me you said that. He said, Hassan is lying. He said, and I knew Doggy Diamonds before. I knew Doggy Diamonds the same time I knew Hassan Campbell, but me and Doggy Diamonds was Facebook friends, Instagram, and I always had a good rapport with him, just like I had a good rapport with Hassan. So when Doggy Diamonds told me that, I felt some type of way. And then me and Doggy Diamonds had a good conversation behind the scenes, and he said, listen, Hassan is going to go at you. He's going to say this. He's going to say that. You know, you were a loyal guy to him. You know, but I was hurt, and I was really mad that Hassan would lie and tell me that this man dissed me when this man never dissed me. I called this man a bitch. I disrespected this man. I said all these things about this man, not knowing that it wasn't true. I thought that it was true. You know, so when I went into the room with Wack and I said what I said, it was out of what he said. He lied in the other room and told those people that the guy was coming to kill me and all that. So when I went in,
so you're saying that you said all those things to Wack out of retaliation?
Yeah, because he lied.
What happened?
Yeah, he lied, and other things that he said in the room was not true. You know.
Okay, but let me stop you there, right? So if that was your man for 5 years, right? Why didn't you just call him up and be like, yo, what happened with this? Why you do this? Or you made me feel like this. Doggy said this. Like, why did you do that?
He said in the room that, he didn't want to speak to me. I was going to call him, actually. But I didn't know he was going to go. And this is the thing, Panda, right? Hassan know I have a clubhouse room, right, Panda? He knows I have a room in clubhouse. The one thing that really made me mad is that he went in a room where these guys was dissing Hassan. This is the thing that I don't get with Hassan. This is what always get me mad with Hassan. It's like, bro, you are going on platforms where guys make it out just to say your name and diss you. You're giving them notoriety. You're going on their platform. You're giving them clout. And then after you leave their platform, they diss you. And then the stuff that
so you don't like that he goes into the lion's den? You don't like that?
I think that if we're going to do it, let's do it on neutral grounds. I would have loved to have that conversation with him on my stage, because then we could have cleared it up. We could have cleared up, and then none of this would have happened. But him going back on the platform constantly, and then when we really did get to talk, I told him, I said, yo, bro, you going on a platform where these guys was dissing you, slanderizing you. They messing with people that don't like you. You know, they support 10 Toes. They support this one. They support that one, that 05 or whoever. Just don't like you. My platform is a non-biased platform. It's me and you could have that conversation, and we could have racked up them views together. Why give these guys them views? Why give these guys a voice? You get what I'm saying, Panda? That's how I felt. Like, my man wouldn't do that. He know I have a club. He knows I have a stage. He knows I have a YouTube platform. He knows I had these things.
So putting that aside, right, can you, as Bulletz Gotti, take any responsibility for the way that you handled that situation, though?
The only thing that I have is that I would have never had the conversation, and I would have never said what I said. But I'm
with Wack. You're saying with Wack?
Yeah, that thing with Wack. But I also wasn't wrong either, because when I went on this guy called Behind the Bar channel, I said, yo, Hassan, yo, I got no issues with you, bro.
Right. We're gonna get into that in a little
Yeah.
bit, but so you're saying that the one thing you should have done is not have had that conversation with Wack.
Yeah,
right?
I should never had a conversation with Wack.
Okay, so you are taking responsibility for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wack is a Wack. Let me just say this about Wack 100. Wack 100 is a liar. He's a manipulator. He's a snitch.
Well, we gonna get into your issues with Wack in a little bit, okay? So you jumping ahead.
All right.
But okay, so the whole thing was like they had Hassan had an issue with you revealing that he was moving to Patreon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It became like this big thing,
Yeah.
right? What exactly happened with that? Is because you said that in the situation with Wack?
Yeah, that's what got him upset. The Patreon conversation when I said that. And then he went on YouTube with Zip with the Drip, and then he just went crazy on me. You know? And I apologized to him. I told him, like, listen, bro, I apologize for having a conversation.
Did you talk on the phone after this?
No, because I was gonna call him. I was gonna have, like I told you, Panda, I was gonna call him and have a conversation with him. But I just thought like what he said was like it was like, nah, I can't have a conversation, bro. Because he said things that was like kind of like violation, bro. Like he was going in on me disrespectfully. And I never went at him disrespectfully. You know, like.
But bro, like, come on, you gotta think that the conversation that you had with Wack is viewed as his enemy, right? And then you having that conversation with him, he taking that as disrespect, though.
Yeah,
like
I know,
that,
but Hassan knew. But let me just say this, Panda. Hassan knew that I was on Clubhouse. You know, Wack was targeting my platform on Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying, Panda? And I didn't. You know, some of my people was going on certain stages, and I was on certain stages with people, and Wack would be in the room. Now, he felt, you know, me and him had that conversation about that. He was like, yo, be careful being on stages with him. But I didn't know that it would get to the part where he thought I snaked him, which I didn't. But the people that I told you the room he was in, they lied to him, you know, and this YouTuber that I was talking about earlier put his number in the chat and said I did it. So they lied on my name. You get what I'm saying, Panda? So the things that they was doing was some undermining shit. And I felt that Hassan should have hit my horn and we could have talked about that. But, you know.
Let me ask you this, okay? Because it seems like you had admiration for Hassan. You viewed him as a bigger brother, right?
Yeah.
He mentored you and everything. You came from a real place of hurt that he went off on you after the fact on YouTube, and he said some things that you felt were what, unforgivable?
Yeah, it was unforgivable, you know, and I felt this is the thing, right? I was willing to let it go. I was willing to squash with him. I was willing not to even go back and forth. I said it. I said, I'm not doing it going back and forth. I went on a certain YouTuber's platform. He was looking to get views. He was looking to get traction for his channel. I was trying not to do that. I was trying to say, yo, Hassan, you know, I can give it some time. You know, maybe not now, but maybe later we'll have a conversation. And that's what I kept saying. I didn't want to go like, yo, F Hassan and all that. I didn't want to do none of that. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it respectable. But when I left the platform, he came up there, he dragged me. Zip with the Drip came up there, dragged me, said, yo, I told you not to F with that dude. And then look what happened. Zip with the Drip backstabbed him.
Okay, but did you feel some type of way that it looked like Zip was taking your spot now?
Yeah, I did. And this is the crazy part, right? Me and Hassan had a conversation about Zip with the Drip, right? We had a phone conversation. He said, yo, I don't like how Zip be acting. Because he said Zip was blaming him for a guy that came on the platform. Shout out to the brother who came on his platform. And Zip and him was going back and forth. Dupree, that's the brother name, Dupree. And him and the brother was going back and forth. And because they was going back and forth, Zip felt that Hassan set him up. So when me and Hassan was talking, this is in 2022, he's like, yo, you know, I don't trust Zip. I think he's a snake. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, don't rock with him. Cut him off. So him and Zip started beefing. Then Zip and him gets cool. And I'm like, dude, you already know this dude is a snake. I said, it's the same thing you said about Five Guard. These dudes are snakes. Because I'm going to keep it real with you, Panda. I really do believe Hassan is a good person. But he allows snake individuals to come in a circle, and they want to do is get around Hassan just to get their channels popping. Instead of
well, wait, let me stop you there though, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because some people would argue that you talking about yourself too, then, because people view you as snaking him, that you were a snake.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not. Because I didn't want to diss Hassan. I wanted to take.
So you saying that like that was never your intention, but these other people have that intention going into the situation.
They had that
already.
attention from the situation. If you look at every guy that Hassan helped, the 050 movement, 10 Toes Down, 5 Guard, Zip with the Drip, Wax Dog, all these guys that came, Jamal Saladin, all these guys that he helped out on YouTube, right? That came under him, they all stabbed him in the back. They all stabbed him in the back. These were no.
So you don't think that any of them had pure intentions?
No pure intention.
He did something to upset them.
No,
to make them turn.
He had no pure intentions because their intentions was they had like for instance, right? 5 Guard is a rapper, right? Zip with the Drip is a rapper. Their intentions was to use his platform to push their music, to push their YouTube. And as soon as they fell out with Hassan, you started seeing their platforms grow. You know, they started having all this traction as soon as they started beefing with Hassan. They didn't have traction before Hassan. They didn't do other content. They didn't talk about nothing else. They didn't make music about nothing else. If they didn't...
Wait. But 10 Toes, he had some traction.
No, 10 Toes. Now let me get to 10 Toes, right? 10 Toes Down, right? He had a platform, right? When he first came on, his platform was Stay Woke TV, right? His channel was about interviewing, you know, people that was incarcerated or people that was in the music industry or women that was, you know, had things going on in their personal life as children, right? He didn't get the numbers that he got when he started dissing Hassan Campbell. He started getting the 40,000 views, the 50,000 views, the 90,000, the 100,000 views from dissing Hassan Campbell. So now his channel is climbing up. But before then, his channel was just like any other regular channel. I had more subs than him on my second channel, Panda. I kid you not. I was doing more views than 10 Toes Down. He barely could do 10,000 to 100,000 views. He was just doing maybe a 5,000, maybe 1,000, maybe a 3,000. He wasn't doing the numbers he was doing when he started dissing Hassan Campbell. That's what I'm saying, Panda. When they start dissing Hassan, their numbers start going up. And that's what I was telling Hassan. That's what I meant. That Hassan helps these guys when he don't need to help these guys because he's at a level where he don't need to go at none of these dudes. He's the guy with the 468,000 subscribers. They want to get to his spot. So once he goes at these guys, he dissed them, and he reaches out and help them, they have no problem in stabbing him in his back when they got what they needed. And that's what Zip with the Drip did, and that's what 5 Guard did. And that's what 10 Toes, that's what 050 the movement did. They all stabbed him in the back after they got what they needed. Him and 050, this 050, he helped out the 050. He helped out that channel. I helped out the guy Harlem Legend, but he helped out China Burn's channel. And when he helped out that guy's channel, Panda, the guy didn't have nobody watching his platform. Hassan brought his traffic there. Boom. When him and Hassan fell out because of 10 Toes Down and others coming up there that had issues with him, that's when his channel shooted. Because he started siding with the people that had beef with Hassan. So that's what I'm saying, Panda. Without Hassan Campbell helping them, these guys have no voice.
So some people would argue that Hassan helped you too build a fan base.
Now let me correct you. So let me say this, right? So Panda, remember what I told you? Hassan shouted me out, but Hassan came on my channel. Yes, he did. But I was able to build my own lane and my own crowd. Hassan has his crowd. I have my crowd. Now, don't get me wrong. Hassan brought viewers. Yes, he did. He brought viewers to me. But I also already had the viewership because of the videos that I was doing, talking about the rappers, talking about the street legends, talking about different topics. So I was versatile and I was able to do views. Because if you watch my channel, Panda, you see I could talk about different type of topics and I'm getting views, you know? So I thank Hassan for coming on my platform, and he helped me out when I had my second channel, when I lost my second channel, my first channel, I mean. He helped out my second channel. He helped me get my subs up on my second channel by having them come on there. I had already had like 2,000 to 3,000 on there, so he just boosted up to me getting to 7,000. You know, and then my first channel would have.
Wait. What do you think about when he said that he helped you get to 17,000?
Now let me say this, right? How I got to 17,000, right? I'm gonna say this, Panda. I got to 17,000 because I had a video of Cameron and the guy, his cousin Bloodshed, rapping. And what happened was, in the video, the video went to almost 298,000 views. My channel was at 7,000 views, right, Panda? It was at 7,000 views. So it went from 7,000 to 10,000. So I kept putting out content. Now, I would say this. He helped me to get to 5,000. And then for 5,000, he helped me get to 6,000. I give him that before I put the camera on video up. So yes, he did help me get to 6,000 on my channel. I give him that, because the live stream that me and him did, we did 15,000, and I got monetized on my channel that time. And yeah, because I had we did 16,000 views, and I got monetized right after that. So yeah, he did help me get to 6,000 views. I give him 6,000 subs on my third channel. I give him that.
So Hassan and you end up going on behind the bar, right?
Yeah.
And start talking about the issues. Yeah. He said people thought you were a clown and didn't even want him to mess with you, but he would defend you and looked at you like a little brother. He tried to help you. How did you feel about that exchange on there with Hassan?
Okay.
Because you ended up apologizing to him on there too, right?
Yeah, that was the second time I did behind the bar with him. That was the second time. That's when he had the hoodie. Yes. So let me talk about that. So when I did that, the first one that I was telling you about, the first interview on Behind the Bar was with Zip with the Drip. That's the one that I left. Remember, I told you I left, and I said, yo, I don't want to beef. I don't want to do none of this arguing back and forth to get no views. So the second time we did Behind the Bar, that was the one where he came on there, and we got the arguing back and forth. And yes, I did. I apologized to him on that live. And I was really trying to have a good conversation. I was trying to have a good faith conversation so we get to the bottom and get to a resolution. But it was so heated and over talking and the arguing back and forth that I was like, you know what, forget it. Forget it. And then that was the disrespect. The disrespect on that was live was worse than it was on the one when he was on Behind the Bar with Zip with the Drip, the first one. So it got to so much level, and I was like, you know what, I'm tired of this. That's what made me do the live streams and the stuff on him, because I was like, I'm tired of this. Like, I didn't do nothing to this man for him to keep going at me this crazy.
Bro, you can't say nothing.
No,
you can't say nothing, though.
I know what I did, the whack thing. I do take responsibility. But what I'm saying is, Panda.
You're saying that it didn't warrant that kind of response.
It didn't warrant that kind of response. Okay. I was trying to be like, I apologize. I apologize. I'm sorry for whatever I did or say. I apologize for that. I was giving my responsibility. I said it on when I was on Behind the Bar, the first one I did with him, Panda. I said, yo, my apologies. If I did something wrong, Hassan, my apologies. I'm sorry. Let's move on. I will still support the platform. No beef, no nothing. But when he went on there,
Bulletz, wait, Bulletz. Why are you saying if I did something wrong? You know you did something wrong.
No, but what
bro.
I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, I did do something wrong, but it was at the heat of the moment. What I'm saying is that I would have loved for us to have a conversation and squashed everything as men.
Do you think that you guys should have had that conversation outside of the public? Because when things are handled in the public eye, it just gets like, it gets so much bigger than what it really is.
Yeah.
But instead of you having a conversation man to man behind the scenes.
I think we should have. I think we should have. In the beginning, we should have. I think in the beginning we should have. We should have had that conversation behind the scenes. But like you said, it's so much egos, bro. It's so much.
Do you regret not putting aside your ego and just calling them?
I would have loved to call him. I would have loved to call him. I would have loved to have that conversation. I would have loved to even, talk to him and tell him, yo, bro, like, it's nothing. It was just, my bad. But I think what happened was, it's like with everybody, the YouTube is the people on YouTube, bro, that really will come on here and start all the drama that they do. And
do you think that people gas you up and kind of make it you feel like you can't do certain things, like you're gonna lose face?
I think, you know what I think it was the content creators. I take a lot of the thing. It was the dudes behind the scenes, like I was telling you, like the Zip with the Drips and all these guys. These guys, they didn't like me, and they didn't like the rapport that me and Hassan had. Me and Hassan had a great rapport, on YouTube. But it's just the egos and the certain stuff that went on that should have never happened.
So you think people wanted to tear you guys apart already because they were jealous of your guys' like brotherhood?
Yeah, they were, and that's what happened, Panda.
Because on Behind the Bar, you seem pretty remorseful about what you said to Wack and everything, but people viewed you as a snake in that situation, that you really betrayed Hassan.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Panda, like, how can I be a snake when I didn't, like, all I said was, I misspoke. That's all I said. I said it on the live. I said I misspoke and I was wrong. What the people on YouTube went with the narrative was, oh, he snuck Hassan Campbell. But I didn't snake him. I actually said I still rock with him.
Well, because people feel like what you said about Hassan being dumb, he don't even sell his shirts, he don't do this, he don't do that, right? It seemed like you were trying to get close to Wack because you was going to benefit from a Wack connection.
No. Let me say this about Wack 100, because I want to say this about Wack. Wack is a bullshitter, bro. Okay, he has a platform where he basically goes and dirty people's names. He tells people he's going to help them out. He try to make himself seem like he's this fixer in the industry, but really and truly he's not. I had reached out.
But what about when you were talking to him and he called you a snake too, though?
He did, because I'm gonna keep it real. When I heard it at first, I'm like, wait a minute, how he calling me a snake? Because I was in the room with him. He know I didn't say nothing about that, man. You know what I'm saying, Panda? I didn't say nothing about Hassan until we got to remember I told you I listened to the replays on YouTube.
Right.
And that's what made me say what I said. Before that, I didn't know what the man said about me in the room, because nobody pinged me in the room. Nobody told me. All they said was, the dude is in the other room talking about you. I said, okay, that's cool, but I'm over here, but this is what they do. These content creators, they do things and they make they record and they screen record, and then they sprinkle certain things in there to make it seem like somebody's dissing somebody, and it's really not. But you know how this game go. They'll do anything just to get a view,
But you said that that you didn't hear him call you a snake the first time, right?
Nah,
you said
I
that
didn't hear him.
your T-Mobile service went out. But it sounds in the audio that you responded to him saying that, though.
No, I didn't. I didn't even hear him, Panda. What happened was, when he said what he said, I couldn't hear when he was saying it. All I heard him say was he was talking about his YouTube, when he said he took his monetization. That's the only thing I heard. I didn't hear none of the snake shit until I listened to the replay. You get what I'm saying? So when people,
and what is your reaction when you hear him say that?
I was surprised, but he tried to make it seem like I was over there to be a part of his movement. No, I went over there to have a conversation, really not even about him, but to know that dude lied about me was not cool, because what he lied and told me was not cool as a platform. And you know this, Panda, as a YouTuber, you're loyal to somebody and you think that somebody is really loyal to you, but then they doing underhanded stuff. I don't like the underhanded stuff, because in this game, it's a business. You know what I'm saying? And then it's hard to come by when you meet solid people or meet people that you become cool with on here, because this is a business, and it's not about having friends. But when you do find some good, solid individuals that become your friends on here, it is what it is,
What do you say to the people saying that there are no friends on YouTube, really? It's kind of like the rap game. There's not really.
I mean, because YouTube is, like I said, is a business, and a lot of people are competing for the top spot. So yeah, it's no friends on YouTube because everybody's competing, But if everybody wasn't competing, then everybody was just everybody just do their own thing, we wouldn't be saying there's no friends on YouTube. But it's because everybody's competing for the number one spot. Everybody want this one spot, this one, that one spot. It's nobody saying, you know what, we all can get to a certain level on here that we don't have to beef. But it's egos.
So do you think, did Wack ever like approach you and be like, yo, if you talk shit about Hassan, you're going to be on my team?
Nah.
He never propositioned anything to you?
Nah, I never wanted to be a part of his team. Wack, in my opinion, is a snake individual. My thing with him was just to do business. It was never to like work him on a level of like a friendship. Anybody that.
What kind of business were you even trying to work with him on, though?
I was really trying to do like with the other people will reach out to me and they want to talk to him and go on YouTube or come to his YouTube channel or basically listen to their music or stuff like that. Like it was a celebrity boxing event that I was supposed to do when I contact Wack, and then Wack didn't, he didn't oblige with what I was saying. So it is what it is. I said, you know what, he's full of shit. And that's why I never really did any business with him. Because I feel like if we doing business, let's do business. If we not doing business, then don't waste people's time, and I felt that he wasted a lot of time. That's why I don't fuck with him,
I think, yeah, because you guys were cool at first, and then where did things take a turn for the worse?
It took a turn from the worst when I was on the phone with him, and he made a promise to somebody, and he never showed up. He never called. He never did the promise, and that's when I knew that dude is he's just about the clout chasing. And then you got to look at this dude, his record, right? Just look at his resume, right? This is what I want to say on your platform, PANDA, right? This is a dude that got into the industry through Reggie Wright and this guy named Pooh Rider, right?
Shout out to Reggie.
Yeah. Reggie and him did business, right? Now Reggie and Suge have their issues, right? I like Suge Knight. I like his podcast. Shout out to Suge. I like his podcast. I liked it Reggie at one point, but my thing with Reggie is, this is my thing with Reggie, right? Reggie got to be truthful on a lot of things, especially when it comes to the Tupac thing and all the stuff that's going on YouTube with the things with Frank Alexander, the things with Michael Moore, the things with Suge saying, the things with Gene, everybody's saying. He got to be truthful. Now, with him co-signing things that Wack do, Wack just goes and just hate on everybody. He hates on Biggie. He hates on Tupac. He hates on everybody, right? I can't respect a guy that says, I'm friends with dudes, but then I just diss dudes. You get what I'm saying? And that's my thing with him. Like, if we going to be cool, why you got to always diss everybody? You get what I'm saying? PANDA, like, it's never a dull moment with Wack, because his thing is he's about the content. Everything's content. You know what I'm saying? And even when I was supposed to meet him, right? When he came to New York, I was supposed to meet him. He came to New York, and me and him were supposed to, not link up, but he said he wanted to meet me. He said, yo, I'm in New York. And I called him. And when I called him, he didn't respond to when I called him. He didn't link up with me. He didn't come through. So I was like, you know what? Wack is full of shit. He's a guy that sells a good dream. He's a pipe dream artist, and you got to know who you are supporting, because a guy like that is just about Wack 100 and his platform and the fairy tales that he say about people. Because everything he say about people, whether it's Nipsey Hussle, whether it's this one, whether it's that one, He do take people YouTube channels. The song's not lying about that. He took a lot of people channels. In fact, he used the same guy that took my monetization to take Hassan's monetization. And I told Hassan that. You know? I told Hassan that. Hassan thought it was Fat Joe. I told him, nah, it's not Fat Joe. It's the Wack 100 dude. You know what I mean?
Wait, okay, so before we get into that though, right? So at first, it seems like even though Wack was kind of going at you and everything, that you kind of kept it cool. You kept the peace and everything. Like you wasn't wilding out, jumping out. But as the clubhouses go on, it's like you start getting real aggressive with him, saying that, you know what I mean? He's not really about that life. He's just all a facade.
Yeah.
You got people that really looking for him and everything. And it seemed like you started to get on some real macho shit. So what happened in between that time from you know, kind of taking it all right to like being like, nah, like I want to see him now?
I'll be honest. I think he's a liar, Panda. I think he's a liar. I think the thing with him is he has.
But did he do something to make you that mad to the point that you was like, now I want to go see you? Because he was like challenging you to a fight, and you was like, let's set it up.
Yeah, I don't got no problem. I don't got no problem fighting Wack 100, but he's scared to fight. You know, he's scared to fight.
I know, but what happened to get you to that point where you was like even considering?
What got me to the point with him is that him as a man, he didn't do what I thought he should have did as a man on a business level. I called Wack one day. I had a close personal friend. I called him with, and the dude was talking to him and was telling him certain things about his artists. He had 2 artists. So he's telling Wack, yo, Wack, I got these artists. He kept telling me about No Jumper. Yo, No Jumper podcast, No Jumper, New York. Going about it. I got the No Jumper records and all that, right? I'm talking to this dude like, this dude is not talking about that. He's talking about, what can you do? Can you walk his artists through the door? Because he said he's a manager. Or can you manage them? You know what I'm saying? So what got me mad was, and it's not the first time Wack done this when I was on the phone, he hangs up and don't call me back. You get what I'm saying, Panda?
Right.
And I'm the type of person, as a man, bro, when you hang up and don't call me back. And then I'm gonna tell you what really pissed me off too. He took credit for the R. Kelly interviews, Panda. He took credit for having R. Kelly. Listen, R. Kelly's cousin reached out to me to do an interview. Right, Panda? He's like, yo, I want to get in contact with Wack. Can you reach out? I said, all right, I could do that, because he said I want him to help with the campaign to push his freedom. So I said, yeah, no problem. I'll give you the number and you can reach out. So I gave him the number. He reached out. He talked to Wack. Wack never gave me no type of credit for that. Just like with her song. I brought her song to the app. They reached out. I brought them to the app. You know, I brought him to Clubhouse. That whole thing, you know, if I didn't call Hassan, that would have never happened. You know what I mean, Panda? So, dude just was...
So that's another thing, right? Because Hassan has said that, like, you've taken credit for setting up that whole DJ Academics and 6ix9ine and Wack 100 podcast episode, right? He said that it wasn't you that set that up. He said DJ Academics set that up.
So let me correct this, right? This is what happened. When I brought Hassan to the app, right? Let me tell you how Wack 100 got on Hassan radar. My guy T-Go Billy, shout out to T-Go Billy, did a video about the rapper Jim Jones, right? Saying that Jim Jones is a snitch. Wack 100 took that video. You get what I'm saying, Panda? Took that video and was like, he reposted it. When he reposted it, T-Go Billy was making plays to try to get, you know, him and Hassan connected. The guy China Brim took credit from my man T-Go Billy. He came on Clubhouse posing that, oh, I got Jim Jones paperwork, right? But he was trying to take the credit because T-Go Billy was the one that he posted up on his IG. But T-Go Billy wasn't on Clubhouse. Hassan, Wack was hearing about Hassan through, like I told you, through my guy T.O. Billy. I'm in the room with Wack 100. Wack is like, yo, somebody could get into contact with Hassan Campbell. I calls Hassan. I say, yo, Hassan, Wack is calling for you. Wack calls Hassan. Hassan comes on. Wack and call Hassan. I call Hassan. I call Hassan. I bring Hassan to the clubhouse. Wack has a conversation with clubhouse with Hassan. This is when he disses Mama Duck and that shit goes viral. You get what I'm saying, Panda?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually it catches the attention of academics and all that. Academics bring him on there. Same with the 6ix9ine thing. I'm in a room. This is how him and 6ix9ine and academics and Wack link up to do the podcast. I'm in a room defending Hassan's name because these guys was talking about Hassan. I gets in the room. 6ix9ine is in the room. They come in there because I'm in there. So 6ix9ine comes in there, Wack comes in there, and Hassan comes in there. And then boom, this is how that thing comes. So if I didn't go in that room, that would have never happened. I'm not taking no credit saying what academics, but I'm saying that the conversation and what happened is what happened. You know? Just like with the whole Nipsey Hussle recording. He got mad with me, but he didn't have a problem when I played the recording in the room. That right there helped out the traction for that conversation because do you know how much people reposted and talked about that? How viral that went with that Nipsey Hussle thing? I had J-Rock come in the room where J-Rock, they called J-Rock, he came in the room, and then we got a viral moment off of J-Rock coming in talking about punching Wack 100 with the audio of him,
Right.
Wack 100 talking about J-Rock. So that right there had all the blogs talking about that. You get what I'm saying? About Nipsey Hussle sex tape and all that. That went viral. So a song getting mad saying, yo, Lee said, yo, I should have smacked the shit out of Bulletz Gotti for playing the order. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm helping the team out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm trying to get this shit viral. That's what a marketer would do. That's what a marketing person would do. That's what a publicist would do. That's a small move right there. I'm just saying.
So let me ask you about Wack, right? Do you think that he's telling the truth when he says that he has all these videos, audios on people, all the information? Is that real?
He's a blackmailer. So I think.
So he does have it.
You
think he
I
does
don't
have
think
it?
he has the video on Nipsey, but I think he has a lot of stuff on people because he's a blackmailer. I think I think he set up the game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he set up the game. Like the game.
Yeah, I heard you talk about
Yeah.
this before. You were saying that
Yeah.
because of the whole lawsuit thing, right?
Yeah. I think he set up the game because do you notice that the game signed everything off to him, the whole like his residuals and all, so he don't have to pay the girl? Come on. This dude is your manager. You sign everything to him, even your album. You can't even executive produce your album because the girl's trying to get her money from it. I really do.
Yeah, but wait, but because Game views him as a brother. We've heard Game in interviews say that, yo, that's my brother.
Yeah, but you got to look at it. Game don't agree with everything he says though. Like when he talks about Nipsey,
but that don't mean that he don't trust him in that way, right?
I think let me say this, right? I think like okay, Ray J, for example, right? Ray J says Wack is like his big bro and all that, right? Same with Game. But if you look at what Wack does and say about these guys, and like what he say about dudes, like the thing with Nipsey, right? He know that Game had a big relationship with Nipsey. Game helped out Nipsey's career early in the career. Game and him had a song together, right? So for Wack to jeopardize his artist, that you his manager, this is the artist that you managing. Why would you jeopardize that relationship and ruin an album that could have sold more and could have did very well, extremely well? But because of Wack doing what he did, a Nipsey verse is not on the album no more. The NBA YoungBoy verse is not on the album because he didn't want to spend the bread. But he said he has a relationship with Birdman, so Birdman should have been able to do that. But because he don't have, he lies. I think, me personally, I think Wack is a gifter. I think he's a grifter. I think he's a grifter. Because if anybody looks at somebody like that, he's a snake oil salesman. He's a janky promoter. He lies and he lies, and he slanders. Just like with the whole little.
How does he benefit though? Like, how does he benefit from doing the clubhouse audio and all that?
He got a percentage over there. You have to understand. He has a percentage over there.
Oh, so he has a percentage of the company?
He has a percentage. Yes, and let me tell you something, right? When I lost my
but how do you know that?
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
When I lost my account, right, Panda, I lost my account. Wack had a lot of my accounts clipped. A lot of people got their accounts back because they had ties with the higher ups on Clubhouse. Say if you came on Clubhouse, Panda, and you got clipped, right? You was just constantly getting clipped. You're not gonna get your account back. You get what I'm saying? Hassan got clipped.
Yeah, didn't he get banned over there?
Yeah.
At one point for doxing?
Yeah, but you know what happened? He has higher ups that work at the Clubhouse offices. So that's why he's.
So, but that could just mean that he has connections. Doesn't mean he owns a part of it, though.
No, he has percentage. I'm telling you, he has percentage. Listen, these guys, you got to remember, Wack is a guy that blackmails people. He's a blackmailer. So people are going to give him what he wants because this guy holds leverage with people. That's how he does things.
Because I've always wondered, right, like how you give away free content like that, because he could be making a lot of money on YouTube instead. But if you're saying what you're saying is true, that he owns a part of Clubhouse, then it would make sense why he's on there as much as he is.
If somebody plays his content and he don't like that person, he's going to take their channel. He owns, listen, it's a guy named Death of the Clout Chaser, right?
Right, I know.
He owns this guy's name of his platform. He only has a YouTube. He cannot make money off of his platform. He can't make, make money off his platform. He can't do merch. He can't do nothing outside of his YouTube channel.
Why?
Because he copyright and trademarked this man's name. So I have the paperwork. He trademarked it international.
Why did he do that though? Why did he do that?
Because this is what Wack does. He's a guy that's a strategist. So he will trademark somebody's name just to hold leverage over them. So he trademarked this rapper named Max Really Real name. Trademarked it. Told the dude he was going to trademark it. He said, I'm going to trademark your name. And I'm going to see how much you want it. So this is how he does these guys. He blackballs them like Hocus 45th and all these guys. That's why these guys squash with him, because he hold things over their head, like what happened with Hassan. This is what he does. He's an extortionist. So he
But you're not cool with Death of the Clout Chaser,
no, I'm
right?
not cool with him. I'm not cool with him, but I feel this, that it's messed up what happened to him. But that's what happens when you make a deal with a guy like Wack 100. Like let me tell you something, Panda. When I got flagged off a Clubhouse and when they was messing with my YouTube channel, these guys did not defend me. Hocus, Death of the Clout Chaser, they were still fucking with Wack. You get what I'm saying? So when they fell out with Wack, they want to talk shit. You know? But I tell people all the time, I was like, damn, when I was going at this dude and he was clipping me and nobody defended me. Nobody rallied for me to get my platform. No, none of that. Just the people that support me. They was going in room sit with him. He fell out with these dudes over the pettiest things because these dudes talk too much and they want to be friends with him. They want to be friends. Hocus want to be friends with Wack.
All right, before we get into Hocus though, right? So there are rumors of you beating up your mom and grandma. Where does that even come from?
That's a lie that a YouTuber put out there. A lot of these guys, let me say this about a lot of these dudes on YouTube. They make a lot of lies about me and it don't make no sense, right? Like even what you said with the whole snake thing, right? I never understood why so many people on YouTube will say things like what they said about Hassan, right? Me and Hassan may not be on good terms like we were, but Hassan is not no pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Hassan ain't never touched nobody's children, but they ran on YouTube and said he touched people's children. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things that people on here will say about people that's not true. It's not true. But that's what these people say because they have an agenda, a hidden agenda. You understand what I'm saying?
But why so many of them run with that narrative when it comes to you specifically, though?
I think it's because my allegiance to Hassan Campbell. If I wasn't loyal to Hassan Campbell and I didn't do content with him and I didn't come on here and was friends with him and I didn't have him on my platform, we would have never been cool. They would have never went at me. But because I supported Hassan for 5 years and I was a loyal moderator and a loyal friend and he was my mentor and I was out there, you know, rallying for him on platforms, they made it their business to try to slanderize me on YouTube. I got doxxed by these people, Panda. Like, they literally put my address out there, put my family out there, put me out there, you know, just because I was standing next to this dude and I was supporting his platform. If I wasn't supporting him, they would have never attacked me. But because I was, they attacked me. Shit's crazy, ain't it?
So let's go into that, right? Because there were rumors that people have pulled up to your crib and that you was hiding and everything, right? What happened with that situation?
Another thing. The dude, 10 Toes Down, a couple other YouTubers came to my house. One time I was home. They said they was doing an interview. So I came, I was playing 2K. I was playing 2K online and I paused my game. They called my phone, signed at the TV, said, yo, we outside. So it was December. I went out, I looked, I saw nobody, right? It wasn't until I went on YouTube and I saw them do a live stream. These men are riding around my grandparents' house. So I didn't understand that. You know, I didn't understand that. And they was doing that for years. It wasn't just that. They went to my actual house that I really live at. They went over there multiple times and did videos. But I didn't understand that. But then I understood why they were doing it. It was because I support Hassan Campbell. They didn't like that.
So you don't think it has anything to do with some of the stuff that you've said about any of these people?
No. If I didn't, like I told you, Panda, if I didn't support him, they would never come to my house. They would never do any of the things that they did to me. I stood next to that man, and that's why they did the things that they did. They even had my uncle up here lying on me. So they did those things because of my support of that man and his platform.
Right. And before we get into that, right? So there was people have said that you still live with your mama, you live with your grandma in the basement and everything. You're not a real man. What is with that situation?
Well, like I tell people, I don't live with my grandmother. I come and visit and I stay over there. You know, this is not my actual residence. I would never tell people my actual residence because they would come over there. But I stay over there because it's my family, you know, and my grandmother, she lives alone and is, you know, and I'm over there because you need somebody to be in the house. But when people run around with that narrative of, oh, he lives in the house with his grandmother and all that, come on, man. You know, that right there don't make no sense. You know, and if I do, what did that have to do with them? You know what I mean? Like, I'm here with my family and taking care of responsibilities for my family, helping out around my family house. What do that got to do with them?
So your perspective is that you actually here helping and taking care of your family, but people are pushing the narrative that you living off of your family because you a loser, basically.
Panda,
That's what they're saying.
A YouTube. This is the thing. I have a YouTube channel, right? I make money, I have my own money. So I don't even ask them for no money. So why would I use anybody?
It's expensive to live in New York, though, man.
It's expensive to live in New York. No, but Panda, you got to understand something, right? It's very expensive to live in New York. A lot of people don't have family. So, of course, they're going to be, oh, God, he live with his family. Listen, man, it's expensive in New York. You rather live where you got a place to stay where you don't have to, you live in a place and you can't come up with the rent and then you in somebody's shelter. I'd rather live with family than live in somebody's shelter. And it ain't, and in New York City, you know, shelters right now is you can't stay in there. It can't nobody in there. So I'd rather live with family than anything. But you know, it's people just got their own narratives about things.
Okay, so then the situation with you and 10 Toes Down, right? So you're saying that he's outside your grandma's crib and everything. How does that make you feel knowing that like your grandma is old? Obviously, she don't want to have to deal with this. How does that make you feel?
Well, this is the thing. I wanted them to take the video down of my grandmother's house. I asked 10 Toes, I asked his cousin Sonetta, yo, can y'all please take the video down? Like on some real, this is an elderly woman, you know what I'm saying? My grandfather at the time was living. These are elderly people. You know, they don't need to have a house with people just coming in and doing things and driving by taking videos. I asked them nicely to take the video down. Unique Mecca Audio got involved and told them to do that. Nobody did it, you know? And I never had an issue with 10 Toes Down. 10 Toes Down problem with me was because I was defending her song. I was riding with her song, and he didn't like that.
How did they even find out where you live?
Through a neighbor, actually. Through my neighbor. My neighbor that I was cool with, I didn't know. He knew the YouTube people.
Wow.
And that's how they found out. It's crazy, ain't it?
Doesn't that make you feel like, bro, like it's almost like you can't tell anybody that that you making content, that you do anything, like, because like,
you know, and I wanted, and let me tell you something, I didn't want people to know that I was a YouTuber. Did you know, like, my cousins, they live across the street, they didn't even know I did YouTube until one day he's like, yo, is that you? Is Bulletz Gotti? I'm like, yeah. But I don't tell people that I'm Bulletz Gotti. I don't, like, when people see me in the streets, and I always have my mask on, so I don't like to even show my face, because, you know, I'm a YouTuber. You know, we're people that, like, I see how you do, Panda. You put the mask on your face. You don't let people, you know, because we're doing something that can, you know, a lot of people, we may not do no harm to us, or people that support us may not do harm for us, but it's people that we're talking about or we're interviewing that saying things about these people that may want to harm us.
Right.
So we have to protect ourselves when we're in the street. So a lot of people say, why you wear masks? Well, I wear a mask because I don't know who might come after me. You know, I'm a personality. I'm not a regular person no more.
But
so I have to move
for you though, do you want the fame? Is that something that you want, to be in the spotlight like that?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want it in the beginning, Panda, but you know, it just happened overnight. So I live with it, you know. It's just something that I really didn't want, but hey, it's life, you know.
But when you out in the streets, you kind of want to be left alone still.
Yeah, I still want to be left alone. I'm a private person. I don't like to go in the street and, you know, have people have me. I remember one time I went to my friend video shoot, and then this guy was like, yo, I seen you on the YouTube. Like, they wanted an issue or something. Like, and I didn't, you know, me personally, I didn't want that. This is YouTube. I'm a YouTube content creator. I speak my mind. It's opinionated based channel. It's not a channel to, you know, to go at anybody. It's just me being a journalist and just having an opinion, and that's it. You know, people just want to get at you just because of who you are and just what you're saying, that they can't, you know. If I was talking about, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Panda, if I was talking about a different race of people and I was talking about athletes or something, I probably would have not had any of the things. But when you start talking about rappers and, you know, street people and stuff,
it's
like,
almost like it's only hip hop that you have this issue with to this level, right? Well, I guess, I mean, if you know,
it's the hip hop community.
Yeah,
it's the hip hop community, Panda. It's really the hip hop community. Like, if you,
unless you start
like,
talking about Illuminati or something, then they might send somebody at you.
yeah, you're dealing with government,
right.
But when you start talking about rappers, it's like street people want to get involved, and this one want to get involved. Oh, we need to slap his head off. We need to beat him up. He need to get shot. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It's just content. You know, like.
So you don't take it serious. You don't really take it too serious.
No, I don't.
As far as like, it's not personal for you. You just talking.
Yeah, I'm just talking. Look, Panda, I'm talking like what MTV News used to talk. You know, for the young people out there, if you don't know about MTV News, back in the days when we used to watch TV, they used to have MTV News, right? So MTV News used to talk about all the artists. Now, they would give them questions that would be provocative, but you could, it's just, that's what journalists do. But we're so caught up in this, oh, nah, you can't talk about me. I'm ready to fight. It's like, it's always in hip hop. And I just don't understand it, Panda. Like, people want to hurt you just because of what you're saying about a rapper. It doesn't make any sense, you know?
So with 10 Toes Down, right? I saw this live between you two where I don't know if it's your mom or somebody that was like telling him, asking for the address, telling him to pull up and shit. Right? Who was that?
That was my mom's. That was my mom.
Yo, your moms don't play. She was.
Yeah. That's the Bronx.
Yo,
that's the Bronx.
That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but that was entertaining as hell. Like, she was like, "Pussy boy." I was like, bro, like that's crazy, man. Like, okay, but people was roasting you for that, right? Because it was like, how you gonna let your mom fight your battle for you, right?
Listen,
how did your mom even get involved in that? That's crazy.
Okay, so I did an interview with this platform called the Beat 139. Shout out to the Beat 139.
I saw that.
Yeah. So I did an interview with them. This was like my first interview I did with them. 10 Toes Down got upset that I came in. I said, yo, I told him, I said, I'm coming to Harlem to do an interview. So he didn't show up. I did the interview. Boom, I left. My guy, Edie Matrix, who's like my guy, used to help me with my channel before I started knowing how to do streaming. He used to do my Google Hangouts. So we did the interview. Boom, interview was good. So 10 Toes was like, yo, you better never come out here ever again to the Bronx, Harlem, and this and that. So my mom, she was in the room and she heard him, and that's when she just all hell broke loose, you know. But I just didn't understand it, like why he was so upset that I came and did the interview. I told him in advance I was coming to do an interview here, but he didn't listen, you know.
You look mad uncomfortable while your mom was going off on him, bro.
I was, because I didn't know she was going to come in there while I was doing that, you know.
Why did you stop her though? Why did you say, "Mom, nah, stop that"?
Nah, because you know one thing, when she talking, it's like you can't stop her. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I let her talk. It is what it is.
All right, so you wasn't afraid that he was gonna pull up on you the same way that he's pulled up on other YouTubers in the past?
No, because I felt like it wasn't like, my thing is, right, I never had a problem with 10 Toes Down. You know, the guy supported my channel. I didn't even know he was a supporter of me from all the way when I first started. So he's been watching my channel, and I supported his channel when he was Stay Woke. So I didn't understand. Only thing I just said was, you and Hassan is like, you know, in-laws, but you're kind of like family because your brother is married to his cousin. So my thing was, it was kind of weird to see two people that was like not related, but they had some in common and they've been around each other beefing. I just didn't understand that. It just didn't look right to me. So he just went at me all crazy, and then he did the thing with the whole transsexual thing.
Wait, before we get into that, but you never said anything bad about him that make him mad. Come on, Bulletz.
No, I never dissed him. I never, like, only thing I said about him, I said, yo, that's type corny. But I never like had an issue with 10 Toes Down. Like, he went hard on me because of my allegiance with Hassan Campbell.
But after you weren't cool with Hassan anymore, how come you guys didn't squash it though? You and 10 Toes?
Because I felt 10 Toes did a lot of things that out of violation. Like, he fucked up a relationship with me and my uncle.
He interviewed your uncle, right?
Yes, me and my uncle, like my mother and my uncle will never be cool again. My cousin and me, I haven't talked to her, and my mom's will never be good again.
How did he even find out that these people were related to you?
What happened was, I came on a live and I said who my uncle was. He knew who my uncle was because my uncle's from Harlem. Like, he's from Harlem. So he knew who my grandfather was too. Because he seen him over there in Harlem like years ago, like when he was young. So he got in contact with my uncle through somebody that knew my uncle from in Harlem years ago, and he got into the interview. and brought him on the platform. And no, before he did that, he did a video where he was on the phone with him. And then he just had him lying about my family, lying about me. And I was in contact with my uncle just like during the time, because my grandfather passed away the same year that he interviewed my uncle. My grandfather passed in January of 2022. So my family was grieving at the time. You know, his daughter was at the funeral and all that. So when he went and he said the things that he said on the interview, I talked to him the day of the funeral. So I was kind of like weirded out, like, wow, what is all this about? Like, why is he dissing me? But, you know.
Why would he do that?
I mean, 10 Toes is a dude. He's a vindictive dude.
No, I'm not talking about 10 Toes. Why would your uncle do that?
He in his mind, he felt like something was owed to him, you know, and like with my family and all that. I don't understand why he did that. You know, still to this day, I don't know why, because me and him didn't have a bad relationship. I actually used to talk to him. Like when I first started on YouTube, he was supporting me and all that. We used to talk regularly. So I thought it was kind of weird that he went on 10 Toes Down channel and slanderized me. And I was like, I was hurt. Like that thing right there hurt me because I just had lost my grandfather, and then to have him come on YouTube and have 10 Toes go on Clubhouse, because he went on Clubhouse. That's why me and Death of the Cloud Chaser would never be cool, because he allowed my 10 Toes to lie on my family and take things and say things on his platform and not even stop him, because I thought me and him had a better relationship than that. But you know, like you said, it's no friends on YouTube, so you don't have any friends, you don't have no allies that's going to defend you, you know.
So you haven't talked to your uncle then since then?
No, I haven't talked to him.
So
He don't want to talk to me. He told me straight up, like, he don't want to speak to me. You know, don't say his name. Don't say nothing to him. And I said, okay. He blocked me, and we haven't talked since 2022.
How did your cousin get involved in that?
My cousin got involved because her name got mentioned on 10 Toes Down Live. And so she got mentioned, and it was a heated conversation with my moms and my grandmother and her, and then, you know, we haven't spoken. We was good. Me and my cousin, we was great. You know, like we was great. We had a great relationship and all that. And it's kind of fucked up. But I'm still good with his other kids, you know, because he got other kids. I'm still good with them. I talk to them all the time. I'm going to see them soon in North Carolina. So
But
I still got a
Bulletz,
relationship with them.
you sure you didn't do anything to 10 Toes Down to make him do that, bro? Like, it seems like that's like a big move to do to somebody for no reason, bro. Like,
no, I didn't do anything to him. It was just because of my allegiance to Hassan Campbell. I didn't have an issue with 10 Toes Down. Like I told you, Panda, I didn't have a beef with him. I didn't have a beef with the man. The man just didn't like the way I was defending Hassan. He didn't like that.
damn, man.
And that's and then from the uncle thing, he went with the transsexual thing.
All right, well, we're gonna get into that in a second. All right. So
Yeah.
So what happened with you and Hocus 45th, right? Because in the beginning, you was defending Hocus. You was saying like, yo, he's for the people. He's a prophet. You know what I mean? You was on another time with him. So what happened?
Okay, Hocus 45th and me was good. We was cool. What happened with me and Hocus 45th was something in the rabbit hole where him and his moderators, one of his moderators and me had a back and forth argument. I got kicked out the room, but we squashed it. It was water under the bridge. I didn't have a problem. Shout out to Minnesota, because being him, you know, I had a good report. I still got a good report in Minnesota. He cool peoples. But me and Hocus, we had a great relationship. We talked, and we was cool. What happened was when me and Hassan fell out, he did a live stream with his people from the rabbit hole, and he called me a bitch ass nigga. Say, oh, he's a bitch ass nigga for that, and all that. And I'm like, yo, bro.
Was that the one where Hassan was on there too?
Yeah, when Hassan was on there. And I'm like, yo, bro, I never dissed you. Why would you call me a bitch ass nigga? Like, why would you even say that? I never said nothing about Hocus. Never dissed them, never dragged them, never said nothing. I was doing my content. I was chilling. I would go in his room, say, yo, salute, Hocus was good. How you? He said, yo, I felt that you was a bitch ass nigga because you went fucking with Wack. But I'm like, yo, bro, like, I ain't never called you a bitch ass nigga. You know, so when he said I was a bitch ass nigga, that's when I felt, okay, now he disrespecting me. So from that day on, I said, okay, you calling me this, you disrespecting me. I got to defend myself. You know, that's people. See, this is the thing, Panda. People think they could just say things and not a person can't defend himself. You know, and I hate that. Like, you can't just call me a bitch ass nigga or sucker or anything. I can't defend myself. Like, I didn't call him a bitch ass nigga. I didn't go on my live and say fuck Hocus 45th because he fucking with Hassan Campbell. I said it. I told people straight out the rip, if you fucking with Hassan, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. But he had a problem with me just not, you know, being cool with Hassan anymore. So he took it upon himself to say what he said.
What's up with the Clubhouse audio where you was apologizing to him about the whole
to Hocus?
Yeah, about the whole Remy situation.
Well, this is the thing. I apologized to him, but then he went back and clipped my account and disrespected me.
Well, what happened? What were you really apologizing for to begin with? Like, how did Remy get involved in all of this?
I was apologizing for apologizing. Well, Remy Ma got involved with this because it was told to me through certain sources that when Remy Ma got cut in Castle Hill, they insinuated that Hocus had the dudes to do that he lined up. So,
and you said this on a live, or what did you do?
I said this in a room.
Oh, okay.
I said this in a room that Hocus basically, some guys out of town, a guy named Butch who cut Remy Ma, wasn't from Castle Hill, and Hocus basically backdoored and lined up. That's what was said to me through people from Hocus 45th hood. You know what I'm saying, Panda? They reached out to me. People from his hood that feel that he hasn't helped out people from his neighborhood. But he's going on Clubhouse doing a reality show, and then he got mad because I did a room with a guy named Omar that was a supporter of his that he helped get out of jail or whatever. And the guy said, you know, he was a scammer. He took $15,000 from the people and then do the podcast. So you can't get mad with me. You call me a bitch ass nigga. How you gonna get mad with me because I interviewed somebody and people from your neighborhood is telling me these things?
And that was the guy that told you about Remy Ma?
No, it was another guy. I'm not gonna
okay.
say his name, but he's from his neighborhood. He know Hocus. He knows Hocus brothers, and he said that Hocus basically backdoor Remy Ma, and he said that Hocus is no good in his neighborhood in Castle Hill, and that's why he moved. When he got his lawsuit money, he moved to Atlanta. You know, this is the guy that put me in contact of, you know, his brother still being in Castle Hill, his mother still being in Castle Hill, and him living in a mini mansion in Atlanta, Georgia, and he's doing Uber Eats. And Uber, he drives Uber and does Uber Eats, that he's not even helping out his family. You know?
So let me ask you this, right? Mm-hmm. Why did you end up apologizing to him, though?
I apologize because the guy that was the owner of the room that I was in wanted us to squash it.
So you didn't want to squash it, or you did want to squash it?
No, I was going to squash it, but what happened was the disrespect. He just kept disrespecting. So I opened up a room, and then when I opened up the room, he flagged my account. He told the people to flag my account. So I had to close the room down, shut it down, turn the replays off, because he was telling people that he had a guy named Freddie Roosevelt and a couple other people that tell them, flag everybody in that room account and flag Bulletz Gotti.
You don't think that it was irresponsible for you to put that on him? To be like, yo, he lined up Remy Ma knowing that could get him touched?
I mean, me personally, I would say it was irresponsible, but then again, he done said things that I was like, damn, like, where that coming from? Like, calling me, I've got a tranny porn. I don't have no tranny porn. We're going to talk about that, though.
Right.
But I don't have that, you know? But he said these things. Now, these are people from his neighborhood that are saying this. You know, they are going on YouTube in comments and on channels like DVD Era and other platforms saying this. This is not me saying this. This is the thing I don't get, Panda. When somebody gives you information as a journalist, right? We could thoroughly look at it, research it, and if this is coming from people that know the man and it's no lie, then hey, I can't clean up somebody's character that's trying to dirty my character, you know?
So I spoke to Hocus, right? Shout out to Hocus. And he said that Remy knows that he had nothing to do with it. And that was a straight up lie.
I mean, listen, he don't got nothing to do with it, cool. But he has to tell the people from his neighborhood that's going around running with these narratives. I'm not from his neighborhood. I'm not from Castle Hill. These are guys that are, you could say, angry with him, bitter, whatever. But they have a lot of truths that they're saying, and it got him looking kind of suspect. That's all I'm saying. Kind of like his boy My Son.
What do you mean? What about My Son?
My Son is another one. He's suspect too, because look, My Son says he's a black activist, right? It's the only thing I agree with Hassan. What he said about My Son. And everything he says about him is the truth. Like, how can you be old dog? Like Hocus and My Son, they the same. They the same type of individuals. They want to be old dog one minute, and then they want to be Sharif. You can't say that you're for the community, Black Lives Matter, and all this, and then you come on the internet and talk about stop snitching. Snitching is, yo, we keep it gangster. We in the streets. Come on, bro. That's what makes me look at you crazy. You get what I'm saying?
All right. Whoa. Let me ask you this, okay? Is it not possible that although you've grown from the way that you were conditioned to be in the hood, right? Is it not possible that you've grown and you want to mature, you want to be more mature, you want to handle things in a different way, but sometimes motherfuckers just be pulling you back and it's hard not to be who you once were?
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? This is why I get on these guys, right? This is why I like even a lot like Mano, right? Mano got mad at me because what I said about lobby boys, right? I look at it like, Mano, you 50 years old, you and Jim are older men talking about the lobby. The only thing I disagree with Hassan is young people are not listening because of no Jim and Mano. They're not listening to Jim and Mano. All right? They is two older men that are making music that really nobody is fiending for. That's why they album flopped. But you can't be talking the same stuff at 40 and 50 years old, bro. It don't make no sense. I think a lot of these guys, they want to be rappers, but they want to be fake social media influencers. That's just like with China Mac, right? China Mac, he comes on here, he'll diss people and talk about the streets and talk about snitching.
Nah, you're not gonna talk about my bro China Mac. Come on, wait, whoa.
I bangs with him. No, but what I'm saying is I'm not dissing him. I'm saying he has a good platform. That food platform that he has where he talks about the food, that's dope. But you don't have to talk about the street stuff. That's all I'm saying, Panda. My thing with these guys, I don't have a hate for China Mac.
Bulletz, I gotta stop you there. I gotta stop you because I've seen audio of you saying, yo, I don't think he could really fight like that. Yo, that shit was fake. You went in on China Mac, okay? Like, come on, let's keep it real.
But Panda, but this is the thing, right? The AD thing wasn't necessary though. Him and AD had a platform, right? Or he said that him and AD was working on a platform, right? The foodie. They was gonna do a food channel, right?
No, it was like an episode or some shit like that.
Episode, right? Yeah. So I felt that all that trolling and all that, that's unnecessary. This is the thing I don't get, Panda. Like, if we have a disagreement and we feel some type of way, we should come to some type of resolution where we could, like, if we did a channel together, right, Panda? Me and you, Panda and Gotti, right? I'm not going to beef with you if you did something like, oh, I want to do this. And I had the same idea. I'm not going to beef with you or do a trolling thing talking about we going out there to fight. Adam 22 is a clout demon. That's the thing, like with Hassan, like I'm mad with him. Like, how can you go on Adam 22 platform and Vlad platform, but then you say these guys are vultures? Like, these guys be hypocrites. Panda, that's the thing I don't like, is the hypocrisy. I don't have to diss these. I don't diss these guys. I don't go and try to get mad and beef with them. I don't hate these guys because I don't know these guys to hate them. But my thing is, I know Hassan
Wait. Before we get into that, though, okay? Because you're going too fast. You're going through too many topics right now, okay? With China Mac, though, right, bro? Like, don't you think that he's done a lot of good in trying to bring people together at the same time, though? I mean, look at it. Have you seen what he's doing over there in like Africa and all these places right now?
Yeah, I see. Listen, I was a fan of China Mac when he first came home. I was a supporter of China Mac. What got me with China Mac and what made me upset with China Mac, and I'm gonna be honest with you, was the whole beefing with the rappers. The other stuff, like the Lil Pump situation and all that. I understand Lil Pump said something, that's cool. But all that beefing with the rappers,
like
and
who?
The corny stuff, like the Troy ad thing and all the other stuff, I thought, like, China Mac, you an activist. That's what he came in the game on, activists, talking about police brutality, stuff like that. I respected that. He was doing things that was cool. But all this, this and that, like, that's unnecessary. I think if you have a platform and you trying to do positive, let's do positive. But if you just want to be with the shenanigans that everybody else is with, then that's what loses me, Panda. That's what loses me.
I don't know, bro. I think that it's hard because a lot of times when you trying to do good and you trying to change your life, you're trying to move forward and not be who you once were, there's still a lot of people that try you, bro. And it's like, it's hard not to.
But Panda, those are the haters, bro. Those are the haters, bro. Because let's look at it like this, right? I like Cuban Link. I'm going to say this, shout out to Cuban Link. I really think, right, for all these years, and I understand it's personal between him and Joe, I think if they would have reconciled everything and they would squash it, do you know how much dope shit, how much, just for big pun, how much dope shit that these dudes could do? Cuban Link, big, like, just the Pun family and Joe, how much beautiful things could come out of that? Like, if we all just put the egos aside, because let's look at it. These guys was family at one point, Panda.
Right, but you going in another direction, and we could talk about that. But I'm saying, though, it's like, if you don't defend yourself, then people gonna keep trying you, right?
That's true.
So for somebody like China Mac to come home 10 years in prison, right? You can't be soft. There's no way you do 10 years and be soft, bro. Like, come on.
That's true. No, I'm saying that's true. That's true. But look, China Mac, look what he did with Jen, right? That was dope right there. That right there that he did with Jen, I respected that move right there.
Right.
Because look, when he first came home, he dissed Jen. He didn't mess with Jen in the beginning. But look, they had a sit down. They did something like grown men should do, and for the culture, not just only for Chinese culture, but for hip hop culture.
Right.
That was impactful and powerful to see Jen, a guy. Yes, he was mad at this guy for when he went to jail, but look what he did. He came and shook his hand, had a conversation, told him how he felt about him, why everything happened. That was powerful. And that's what I'm saying, Panda. Like, sometimes we want to defend ourselves, we want to go at each other. But if we do things like that, have a sit down and forget all this beef and shit, yo, a lot of things would be dope, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, but I feel you on that, but you speaking as how things should be versus how they really translate, because it takes more than just one person to want to make that happen, right?
True.
Right? Because, like, think about it, like, you on YouTube, you may not want to beef with people, but there's still people coming at your neck constantly, and you gon', it's kind of hard sometimes to turn the other way.
It is.
And I feel like a lot of us, we still trying to recover from our childhood, our traumas, whatever we got going on, right? Sometimes somebody come at you on the wrong day, bro. As much as you want to be grown, as much as you want to be better, it's hard sometimes. And you know what? It's the pressure of the public opinion, bro. It's like, oh, did you hear? He just let him come at him like that. You know what I mean? Oh, I told you he's soft. You know, so it's sometimes you feel that pressure to have to respond, and I hate that though, because I feel like it, you know, you should be able to handle things the way that you really want to. If you want to be on some grown man shit and really talk it out, then you should be able to do that. But because people chime in like us, where we have our platforms and we talk about what's going on in hip hop, sometimes that can make it worse for people, right?
True. I agree with you.
All right, since you brought up the Cuban Link situation, right? Okay, that's another thing. Now, if one side, like say Cuban has said like, oh yeah, I'm down to talk to Joe and whatnot, I'm down to have a real conversation about the situation, but Joe ain't giving it no rhythm, you know, he not paying any mind, and this man allegedly had your face cut, he done blackballed you all this time. It's hard, bro. You know what I mean? Ideally, it would be dope for hip hop. It would be dope for the Latino community and everything if these brothers could put it behind them, right? But it's like, it's almost unrealistic to a certain extent after all this happened.
Like Panda, like if Pun never died, right? Do you really think that they would be like at each other's neck like how they are?
Well, if what Cuban is saying and a lot of other people are saying the way Joe was with money, I'm just saying, bro, he wasn't really paying people the way that he was supposed to. He was greedy. He was doing other stuff. I don't know. Some people believe that even if Pun was alive, they wouldn't be together. That it would have been like Cuban and Pun away from Joe. You know, I don't know.
But you know, like, cause like when I looked at it, like you know, watching back in the days, like watching them like on the TV and just hearing stories, like you would see like the togetherness, like how they did music, and I'm not gonna lie, they did a lot of great music together.
Absolutely,
they did a lot of great. Like I'm not gonna lie, like Cuban Link, like that Telling Lies to Me record with him and Tony Sunshine, and then you know all the things that they did together, like on the Glamorous Life and Don Cartagena and the Capital Punishment and the Terror Squad first album. Like they did so much dope things, like Prospect, the Triple Six, and Armageddon, Pun, Joe, Tony Sunshine. Like they was like a great movement.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing, is that they never got to live up to you know, reach their potential.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because ideally, I think the real fan would want them to have stayed together or to squash it today. You know what I mean? But it's like there's a lot of things that have happened that is real hard to forgive. And I think that some people didn't have the purest intentions to begin with, because it's been well documented that Joe only wanted Pun. He didn't want Sace. He didn't want Cuban. He didn't want, you know what I'm saying?
That is true.
And so that's tough, bro, you know, but I think that I wish that Joe had came from a more pure place, because I think that he could have benefited more in the long run. Because think about how big of a powerhouse Terror Squad could have turned into. Terror Squad Records, right? If he put out all these successful projects, think about how many artists would have went and signed the TS after that.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, it would have been a lot of people. And
they could have been a Latino rock nation or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It could have been real big.
It could have been a Rockefeller.
Yeah,
it could have been a Rockefeller.
And it's sad, because knowing how much that group meant to that community, specifically for Latinos, because of the representation, it's like, bro, like they never got to see it really take off like that. And how many lives were affected by that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's kind of sad though, you know, because I really would have liked to see that. You know, like him and Joe, like, but I understand there's bloodshed, you know, blood been spilled, and you can't take it back, man. Once blood is spilled, you know, it's nothing you can do.
But it's not just that though, but it's like, if you still making calls about me 20-something years later, when I'm trying to do a show, and then the place that I'm trying to do the show at is getting a call saying, yo, don't fuck with him. This just happened last year in Miami, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's tough. That means that you're not letting me and my family eat then? Come on, bro. Like, that's where it's like, at some point, because people can beef, but that don't mean that you got to stop somebody from eating too. But you know what? Other people have done it. 50's done it. Jay's done it, right? So I'm
gonna say this. Jay-Z, I'm gonna say this on your platform. Jay-Z is the biggest blackballer, though.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I'm not going to lie.
He did that to Charlemagne. Charlemagne got fired.
He did that to Charlemagne.
Right?
Look, everybody he beefed with signed him. Fat Joe, Jim Jones, the Locks. Right. Everybody that's beefed with 50, like 50 Cent ain't signed him, but everybody that's beefed with Jay-Z has signed to Jay-Z.
It's almost like if you can't beat them, you got to join them.
You got to join them. Like, look, Fat Joe went to Rock Nation. Jim Jones went to Rock Nation. The Locks. Like, these are guys that dissed him on records. And they
the only person that hasn't gone pretty much is Cam.
It's Cameron. Yeah, Cameron and 50 Cent. Cameron and 50
But Cam
Cent.
made up with him, though.
He made up.
He did make up with him. Yeah.
He made up. But look, like you said, Panda, Cameron and 50 Cent never signed to Rock Nation. These guys literally went to sign to Rock Nation. And he, let's keep it real, he's blackballed these guys.
Yeah, because Joe, he finally had to make that move because he wasn't eating like he was supposed to. But look at it. After he joined Rock Nation, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much more famous has he become after he joined Rock Nation?
He's everywhere. Fat Joe's everywhere.
When you on shows with old white ladies and stuff, you know you reached a different level of fame.
Come on.
Like,
come on. You know? Come on. Like, Fat Joe's everywhere. Like, he's everywhere.
I know, that shit's crazy.
It's crazy. But that just shows you the power that Jay-Z has when it comes to blackball. But I'm not going to lie, though. I'm going to say this. I want to say this because if you have Cuban on here next time, right? Can Cuban please, Cuban, did Jay-Z get hit upside the head with the bottle by Big Pun? No, because listen.
I think he denied that. I think he said that didn't happen.
But every time I hear the story, right, because a lot of people say, I heard 50 Cent said it, I heard Nori said it.
I've heard conflicting information about that situation.
They all said that Jay-Z, because everybody say the story. They say Jay-Z was running for his life from Terror Squad.
Wait a minute. You was just talking about Jay-Z getting channels clipped. Now you're trying to get my channel clipped. No, we're not talking about Jay. Okay? No, we're not talking about him.
Shout out to Jay-Z. Right. We're not going to do that.
So what's the situation with Remy? Like, you had an interview with her or something like that? She was talking bad about Hassan?
Yes. So what happened was me and Rapmatic, shout out to my guy Rapmatic, we had a unreleased Remy Ma interview where basically we was talking certain things about her battle rap thing, and then we talked about Hassan got into the conversation because he did a video on Papoose and her getting her street name after her. So she didn't know who Hassan was. My partner, when he said the question, she didn't know who Hassan was till her security said, "You talking about the dude with Bambaataa," and that's what she called them, Bambaataa's bimbo. But I told him, nah, me and my bro, we had the interview, you know, unreleased, put it on the shelf, didn't release it, you know. But
that's all she said.
Yeah, she said some other things, but you know how Remy is. Remy she went off crazy.
But I mean, couldn't you have just cut that part out of the interview?
Yeah, but it's like, you know how it is, Panda. When you get, you know how it is. When you get an interview, sometimes, man, you know, it's like these people. I'm not gonna lie though, like, Panda, a lot of people in the industry, they really don't like to be next to Hassan on camera. I'm not gonna lie to you, Panda. Like, cause when I did the Lord Jamal interview, he was like, "Yo, I heard he did a Fat Joe. He didn't want to be side by side with Hassan because he had this Fat Joe." So a lot of
because Lord Jamar is really tight with Joe.
He's really tight with Joe. So it's like, and his artist is
he's a 5%er, right?
Yeah, he's 5%er. And Joe artist Panda is or him and Joe have the same artist, 5 mics.
Right.
So that's, you know, and they've been cool for years. So he just didn't want to do it with Hassan in the camera. You know how them relationships are.
All right. Well, now you got to admit, when Hassan was roasting 5 mics, you gotta admit that shit was funny, bro.
Oh, that was funny. I ain't gonna lie, that was hilarious.
The Best Buy outfit. Come
he got
on,
like,
bro.
He got a 50. What do you call him? A 60-year-old face.
Yeah, no, but did you see the live that he did, and he was showing the pictures of 5 mics?
Yeah, that's
that shit was crazy.
Listen,
but
5 mics, in my opinion, should just quit rapping. It's not for him. His music sucks. I'm being honest with you. It sucks.
So you believe the whole situation that he bought his way into the industry?
Yeah, he did. He bragged about paying Troy Ave for a verse, and then he got in his feelings about what Troy Ave said about him. Like, dude,
what did Troy Ave say about him?
Oh, Troy Ave was like, he was sleeping on T.I.'s couch, which was true. He was sleeping on T.I.'s couch in Atlanta. Nobody knows who 5 Mike. Listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you my neighborhood, right? I'm from Sheepshead Bay, right? That's where I was raised, right? My neighborhood in Coney Island, he said he's from Coney Island. It's a crew called Brad Gang, right? In Coney Island. The Sebastian Telfair, all them guys. I know all them guys, right? Lance Stevenson. These are guys that he said, I've never seen 5 Mike, and I went to school in Coney Island. I've never seen 5 Mics in a day of my life. I seen D Chambers out there. I seen Stephon Marbury. I seen Sebastian Telfair. I even seen Nems out there. You know? A lot of them guys, Cream, a lot of them guys that was like rappers in Coney. I've never seen 5 Mics. So I don't know where this nigga came from. You know what I'm saying, Panda?
Were you trying to say he's an industry plant?
He's an industry plant. I've never seen that dude in Coney Island. I've never, and I know a lot of people in Coney Island. I've never seen this dude. He said he's from Coney Island and Crown Heights. I've never seen this dude a day in my life. I don't know nobody that knows this dude in Brooklyn. He bought his way in.
All right. We shifted away from it, but how did you even land the interview with Remy Ma?
My boy, shout out to my boy, Q Butter Rapmatic. He had a relationship with Remy, and we was going to do the Remy Ma interview, and that's how we landed the Remy Ma joint. And that's how I landed the Lord Jamal joint too.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So what's didn't she say some shit about Hassan, like he should be shot or something like that?
Yeah, she said that. Yeah, she did. She said that.
Why did she say that?
Cause what Hassan said about Pat, he said some disrespectful things about Pat Poose, because he got a relationship with the dude Moose, that's cool with Pat Poose, or used to be cool. Right. They not cool no more, but they used to be cool. And he said some derogatory things about Pat Poose, and that's her husband. And
or was
we don't know.
right.
We don't know.
We still don't really have concrete
we don't
evidence
have no concrete.
on that.
But at the time, before this whole Easy Block captain and all this other stuff, he disrespected Pat Poose, so she felt the type of way.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not linked to Joe's people?
No. My step pops know Joe. I'm gonna be honest with you. He know Joe. He know Joe because Joe's from Forest Projects. So he grew up with Joe, Showbiz, Lord Finesse, Diamond D. He know Joe, brother Money Man. My mom's know Joe too, but I'm not linked to Joe. I never met Joe. I never met. I was supposed to meet. It's crazy, Panda. I was supposed to meet Fat Joe at the Versus, but I didn't tell my step pop that I was gonna be there. I was supposed to meet him that night, but I've never met Joe. I was supposed to, like, quite a few times I was supposed to meet Joe. I was supposed to go to Digging in the Crate studio. My step pop was gonna take me there, but I never. This when I was rapping. I've never met Fat Joe though.
Dang, so your step pops probably knows Sick One too, then, huh?
Yeah, he know all them dudes. Like if I brought him on the channel, he probably do, because he's from that area. He's from Forest.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so Hocus released a diss track talking about you and she-male, right? Basically, you fucked the tranny, and there's been all the talk on Clubhouse and YouTube, the audio of some woman that was propositioning you to have a tranny suck your dick, and then she gonna be watching or getting involved. Something crazy, right? Okay. So what's up with that?
All right. So this is what happened. I was on vacation, right? What I was doing. Oh, I went to my aunt's funeral. I went down south. And I was there for I was gonna be down there for like 2 weeks. So this girl had reached out to me, that knew 10 Toes Down. And she reached out to me. She wanted to do an interview to expose 10 Toes Down. So I talked to her, something happened. I did a video and she took something happened. Dude took the video and just did some craziness with it, right? And what happened was, the YouTube, you know how these YouTube people are. 10 Toes Down, I didn't know they was recording a conversation. So me and her had a conversation. The other part of the conversation wasn't me. I tell people that the last part of it, that was a troll, a YouTube troll. But the other part of it, yeah, we got into a sexual conversation, and then it turned into something totally different that what YouTube did. And then they made this whole fake porno on me. They made a whole fake porno on me and said,
wait, so the audio is altered?
It's altered. It's altered. The audio was altered, and the dude made a fake porno on me. The dude.
Yo, can you move that red thing right there?
Oh,
it's
yeah,
blocking
yeah.
the camera.
You
yeah,
see me now?
Yeah, all right.
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so they altered the audio to have you because it seemed like you was trying not to answer the question when she's asking you.
Yeah, they altered the audio. What happened was is a dude named my God, I don't even want to say the dude, but it's a dude on YouTube that's a troll. He was Hassan's former moderator, and him and another guy on YouTube, which got a YouTube channel, they all name Mac Mean. He's a guy from the Bronx. He's like a rapper or something. I don't know what the fuck he does. So him and this guy chopped and screwed the video, put a video of me that I sent to the female, and then put a whole homosexual having sex with another man, and another homosexual sucking his man's private. So they did like a deep fake
that's
porno.
the whole thing. Because so if you Google Bulletz Gotti and tranny, right, it's it's on like Pornhub and all stuff like that. I didn't watch it, but some people said they watched it and they said it's you.
It's me in the beginning. It's me in the beginning, and I'm not gonna say what I was doing, but I wasn't doing the other stuff.
Wait, what do you mean? What was you doing?
I had my thing out. I was, I was just gonna say, yeah, it was for the female. It wasn't, so because I sent that video of me just doing that, and the other stuff was just crazy. I don't know what the hell that was. That right there, they put two dudes, one dude having a sex with a dude, and he moaning and groaning, and another one sucking the dude off. I didn't see the video, but the chick that seen it, she like, that ain't you. Them two videos ain't you. The first part is you stroking your dick, but the other shit ain't you. So I did I was on Unique Mega Audio's channel, right? This is when I told you that. Remember I told you me, Hassan, and 10 Toes Down and the 050 guys was on his live stream?
Right.
Well, a guy Unique did a live stream on Monday. So they was all on it. I didn't come. I came a little late on there. So I said, yo, what's up, 10 Toes? So I was doing a live stream on this girl that was supporting 1090 Jake. So when I did the live stream on the girl, he went crazy on me and this guy, my partner, Roski. So he went crazy on us. He's like, yo, I'm gonna expose you. You guys like transsexuals and all this, right? So I was like, what? I said, I'm not taking no video down. So he got mad that I didn't want to conform and take the video down that I did on the female.
Wait, so who's getting mad?
10 Toes Down. He got mad. So he threatened me.
So you did do something to make him mad.
No, hold on. The female that I did the video on and I said what I said had him upset or whatever. He was mad or whatever. He liked her.
What you say about her that made him so mad?
I said that she basically was defending this dude and he was going into the 1090 Jake. He was going into the projects to taunt the dudes in New York. That's what I said. I said, yo, she bringing them over there to taunt the dudes. She got offended that I walked through there. I did a video walking through there. So 10 Toes Down got mad that what I said on my platform. So when he got mad, he said, I'm going to expose you and Roski. So my guy Roski, he tried to expose where he work at and all that. So I told him, I'm not taking it down. You forget that. So because I didn't want to take it down, he comes and do a live stream when he plays his audio with me and this girl, not knowing that they altered the audio. And not only that they altered the audio, but they made a fake porno, which I told you, the guy that was the former moderator for Hassan Campbell, the guy Wax, and then this guy Mac Mean, they did something, fake the video to make it seem like it was me in the video, and they was putting it on Pornhub X videos, and it wasn't even me. It was only one part that's me, and the two other parts is not even me.
So wait, didn't you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard some audio where you said that you was gonna sue them.
Yeah, I was gonna sue them, because they put fake stuff out on there about me, and they
so are you still gonna do that?
They done took the live down, but I am gonna sue the two dudes, Mac Mean and the Wax Dog dude, because they put a porno out there, and it's not even me. That's a deep fake porno,
right?
You know, and y'all trying to mess up my business and my reputation by doing that. So I will get into litigation with that, but I'm not going to do it now. But I will eventually. I will get back if it's still up on them porn sites. I will do that because my name.
Well, what's stopping you? What's stopping you from doing it?
Well, right
it
now,
costs money.
It's not nothing stopping me though, Panda. But it's like I got so much other things that I've been dealing with, like personal stuff, family stuff. So I haven't got a chance to get back on that. And then 10 Toes Down took all the live streams down, so it's really I can't really get on him on that because he's the one that was behind all of this, with these guys.
How do you know he was behind it?
Because he was the one that had all of them on the live stream. They all cooked up a plan. And then Wack 100 also got involved too because they took the audio to Wack 100. And no, they didn't take it to Wack 100. They took it to this guy named Ion or something.
Right.
And he had Wack 100 and all these other people jumped on board on it with some guys. That same guys I told you about earlier that Hassan went in their room. These same guys was involved with it, and they cool with 10 Toes.
All right. Well, let me ask you, okay? Are you gay?
No.
Do you like trannies?
No.
I have to ask you because they gonna want me to ask you.
No.
All right.
No.
So why you look like Mason Betta right now? Mason Betta.
That's my favorite rapper. That's one of my favorites. I like Mace. He's funny.
All right. So you challenged a bunch of YouTubers to a boxing match, right?
Yeah, I did.
And you said people could make money. You said with OG Blue, is that right?
OG Blue. Yeah, shout out to OG Blue.
And people could make $200,000, whatever, right? Which YouTubers were approached about this?
In fact, we were supposed to approach 10 Toes Down, C. Franklin.
You said supposed to? I thought because in the audio it says that you guys did.
They did. He was approached. 10 Toes Down and C. Franklin was supposed to fight. They were supposed to fight. They both was approached, but 10
supposed
Toes
to fight you?
No. They wasn't supposed to fight me. I was supposed to fight another YouTuber. Whoever I wanted to fight, they was just putting YouTubers in the card. They was putting China Brim, Hassan Campbell. They wanted Wack 100 involved to be an investor, Doggy Diamonds. So it was going to be something like that where we were going to have all the YouTubers, and it was going to be a good thing because everybody would have benefited off of it, and it was going to be on pay-per-view. It wasn't going to be like how they try to do with 10 Toes and them on Roku. It was going to be a pay-per-view event where we was going to make a good amount of money, and we was going to have
But nobody agreed to it. Everybody turned it down.
Nobody agreed. They all pussyfoot. They all, had like, I don't know, they was acting like the runaway bride and having cold feet. Everybody had cold feet. And then
I bet you Hocus would say yes.
Hocus would say yes, but then again, you know, a lot of these guys say yes and then they turn it down. I'm telling you,
would you fight Hocus? Would you fight Hocus?
I would fight. Listen, I would fight Hocus. I would fight Wack. I would fight, you know, whoever. It's just a sparring match. The match was to show the youth. It was a positive thing too. It was to show the youth that we can duke it out and not pick up any guns. And we was going to donate to different charities, and we was going to just go all over the world doing this. But everybody didn't want to take heed to it. They just was like, nah, we ain't doing it. So
I think Hocus would take the fight.
He probably would.
What do you think about him and Wack 100 when they were supposed to fight, but it didn't go down?
It's not going to go down. Let me tell you something. Wack 100 is never fighting anybody. If Wack 100 is not fighting the guys in LA, Big U, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that Big U beef is real.
Oh, really?
I don't think that's real. I think, listen, both of those guys was trying to get 20% from Nipsey Hussle. They talk about they beefed was over a Koch record deal. Miss me with that shit. Why would y'all be about a Koch record deal from how many years ago? You have a text message with him saying Steve Lobel and Big U. How you feel about Steve Lobel, Panda? I heard you had conversations about how you feel about him.
I didn't have no conversations about Steve Lobel.
You never talk about Steve Lobel on your channel, right?
No, I have with Cuban.
Yeah,
with
how you feel about Steve Lobel, in your opinion?
I don't know. I feel like he's had.
I think he's a piece of shit.
I haven't heard a lot of good things about him from my brothers Cuban and Big Lou.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
But wait, and you know he's connected to Joe and everything, but he did do some legendary things with Bone Thugs and Harmony and stuff, and I don't know, but like
he did legendary things with Bone Thugs and Harmony, but he's a piece of shit. Let's just be honest.
Why do you think that?
I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna be controversial now. Let me take off my jacket. I'm gonna be controversial. Okay, I feel that Steve Lobel is affiliated with a lot of grimy shit. Perfect example, right? The Nipsey Hussle thing, right? Him and Nipsey wasn't seeing eye to eye. Wack 100 going to get 50% or whatever they wanted, 20 or 50%. Why would you want to get 20 or 50%? The guy doesn't want to fuck with you or Big U. He went to started fucking with Jay-Z and them, Rock Nation. It sounded like you are upset and wanted to start. And then I find it kind of odd that he's cool with the guy. He had took a picture before the guy that killed Jam Master Jay died. He took a picture with the guy that killed that Jam Master Jay. So I feel like Steve Lobel is a piece of shit. I feel like he's a snake oil salesman. I feel he's like a Wack 100. I feel like he's not a dude that's a trustworthy dude. I wouldn't want to be in business with no dude like that. Especially a guy that he'll look you in your eyes and say he'll fuck with you, and then he'll be a shyster. He's a shyster.
Well, my thing is, right, like, does he only treat certain people the right way? Because like Bone Thugs and Harmony been with them forever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, he not gonna fuck over Bone Thugs. You don't see how crazy Busy Bone is.
But the thing is, like, you know what I heard from Cuban, right? Yeah. Like Cuban chased him down. You know what I mean? And then he stole some money from my brother Big Lou. So you know,
because he's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. Let's just be honest. He's a piece of shit. If these people listen, if Nipsey Hussle fired him, right, and him and Big U wanted they 50 or 20%, and they wanted Wack to go get it, that means he's a piece of shit. Nipsey fired you. You a piece of shit. You say Jam Master Jay is your homie, but you taking pictures with people that fucking got Jam Master Jay out of here. You a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. I'm being honest with you, Panda.
All right, we got it. That's your take. He's a piece of shit. All right. But you're stepping away from Hocus, okay?
Okay,
the focus Hocus right now is back to Hocus, okay?
Okay.
Do you really think you could take Hocus in a fight? In a boxing match? You think you could take Hocus?
I could.
You don't think that he could fight?
No, I don't think Hocus will fight.
Why?
I think Hocus he talks a good one, but I don't think he could fight. I think Hocus. I've never seen Hocus 45th in a fight. I think Hocus is a guy.
Yeah, but we never seen you fight either.
I know, but listen. Seeing is believing. You know, I've never had a challenge like somebody that say, "Look, let's get in the ring." I was the first one, Panda. I was the first one when OG Blue called me. I was the first one that said, "OG Blue, let's do it." I was down to go train my cousin. He was going to train me. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a crazy thing. My pops trained Puff before he thought he was going to jail. My pops trained Puff in the gym. Seriously. My cousin was there and all that. He trained Puff. So I have like a boxing background. My pops was a boxing legend and all that. Like people know my pops' history. He was Golden Gloves and all that. So I have a boxing history, and I've always loved boxing. I could have became a boxer, but I just never, I didn't continue because my passion was music and football.
All right. Well, Hocus said that you talk about a lot of things you're not qualified to speak about, especially the streets and people snitching. What in your background do you feel like qualifies you to speak about those things?
I feel like if you can't tell, listen, you can't tell the news and not talk about the streets. I'm the news. And I feel like I was young. I wasn't always a YouTuber. I done did things in my past life that I don't want to indulge in talking about, but I have an opinion to talk about it because I got family members that's dealing with things right now where people is telling on them and stuff like that. So I do feel I'm qualified to speak on it, just like Hocus says he's qualified to speak on a lot of things. Why nobody can speak on it? I'm not academics, so
because I saw you talking about you used to sell drugs, right?
Yeah.
And you were saying that you got cats with them things that real put in work and all this stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But then people will talk about the video of you getting robbed or the dude pressing you and making you apologize to CK. So where
let me tell you about
talked
that.
about your boxing background and everything. So how does that tie in to all that?
Okay. So let me talk about the robbery video. Because this is the only time you're gonna get it on here. I'm gonna give you this exclusively. The guys in that video were former friends and associates of mine. Me and them stopped being cool, and they felt offended by what I said about them. I came to squash it with those guys. Those guys had different intentions to record me and try to make me look like a sucker. You get what I'm saying, Panda? And at the time, people don't understand. I was surrounded by like 6 dudes. You know, it was a fight situation that I had to get out of. They was going to do bodily harm to me. But it is what it is. I could have fought and got fucking demolished. Because 6 dudes around one guy. So what I did was I was diplomatic enough to try to escape out of that situation, and I got out of there. And then the situation with the CK thing, look what them dudes had to do. They had to have a female do some corny shit like that, and then pay the guy $250 just to embarrass me, just to promote his YouTube channel. And they didn't even help his YouTube channel. Panda, they didn't even help his Instagram, his YouTube. They didn't help out nothing. The guy reached out to me and my cousin, apologized, and told me and my cousin that he was paid $250 by CK.
So in the video, though, it's like you backing up and he's being the aggressor, right?
Yeah.
So what in that situation, why didn't you swing back or why didn't you fight him?
I'm going to tell you. In that situation, I don't want to incriminate dude, but he had something on him. That's all I'm going to say. All right? And he told my cousin, he said, I had something on me. And he told me, he said, yo, don't do nothing. I got you.
So he told you that this is just to embarrass you. I'm not really trying to hurt you.
I'm really not trying to hurt you, bro. This is just I was paid $250. Just do what I'm telling you. I got you. I felt it. What I'm supposed to do? fight a dude with a phone, it could turn into a deadly situation. He wanted to get his, but that just shows you like how fucked up individuals are, that they will pay dudes to do stunts like that. And that's crazy. You know, and the dude apologized to me. He wanted to do content. He wanted to he came to my clubhouse and said, yo, I never touched dude. I never did this. I was paid. This is what it was. And that's
so
it.
it wasn't CK that did it. It was somebody that was paid
No,
by CK.
it was him. It was him. It was him. He paid him. He paid him $250. CK.
No, but that's what I mean though. It's not CK himself that was in the video.
No,
It was
it wasn't him.
somebody.
It was a guy. It was a guy from Jersey named Just Black. He did it as a guy.
Gotcha.
He was he has a platform called City of Ops, and he did it out of, you know, him telling him to do it for $250.
So let me ask you then, okay, where did the beef with CK come from? Because there's videos of you exposing him, trying to say that he was a snitch, and I spoke to Hocus, and Hocus was saying that CK is a solid brother.
Let me say this, right? So Corey King is a YouTube guy that came on here via Queens Flip. Oh, before Queens Flip, he came on here through a guy named Jack Froze BBN. You probably know what I'm talking about. He used to do the 6ix9ine shit, PANDA. And he was on Clubhouse. His girlfriend named Pink Sugar asked me to come on Clubhouse. And I said, okay, I'll come on in. I had left. At the time, it was just rappers on there, Mace, all these people. It wasn't no YouTubers over there, or just people like Wack. They wasn't over there yet. So when I came back, I came because I heard a conversation. But she was telling me to come multiple times. Come to my room, Eastern District. So I started coming over there. I started chopping it up with them. It wasn't bad. But because of who I was associated with, shout out to Snow Billy. They didn't like Snow Billy. They didn't like him. But I did that Snow Billy and me, we did a lot of content together, so I wasn't going to deny him. They didn't like what he said about them. They got offended. He had a room where they just basically was lambasting me. Oh, you bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna slap shit out you and all this, you know? So this female friend of mine's, right, Panda, reached out to me. She saw a video with Corey King. Oh, she, you know, he said that he knew somebody, a loved one of hers. And she looked up some information and she sent it to me. And, you know, the rest is history. We did a room. He denied it, but come to find out it was him. And he's still denying it. But he said behind the scenes it was me. You know.
But what made you want to put that out though?
It's because he rubbed me the wrong way what he said to me. And he didn't clear up the disrespect, and he didn't clear up certain things. And then he was behind the scenes doing a lot of fake shit, and I didn't like it. You know, I didn't like it at all. And you know, he got mad. And I was like, so be it. It is what it is. There's nothing I could do about it.
So where does that beef stand today?
I don't have nothing. I don't have no beef with him. You know, as long as he don't say nothing about me, I don't say nothing about him.
Did you guys ever have a conversation behind the scenes or anything?
Yeah, he. You want to know what's crazy? He reached out to me when he was on a cruise, right, with his girlfriend, and he wanted me to expose another gang member in the same set as him, and wanted me to put snitching paperwork on him.
Nah, see, like this. These are some serious allegations, bro.
Yeah.
Some serious allegations you putting on him.
He seriously, he gave me the guy a picture, everything. He wanted me to expose this guy.
You got evidence to back this up?
Yeah, I got evidence. I could go on my Instagram and show you. That's nothing. Like, he asked his girlfriend. He was on his girlfriend. They was sitting there. He's like, yo, I'm not mad at you, bro. As we said, I'm not mad at you, bro. You know, that was me. That's what he told me. He said, that was me in the feds. He said, that was me. That's me. He said, but I'm not mad at you, bro. When I see you in the city, we're going to chop it up. And he said, yo, but I want you to expose this dude.
And why didn't you?
Because I felt that's some snake shit. He's in pictures with the guy.
Do you take any responsibility for these things? Like, do you feel like you brought any of this stuff on yourself?
No, I feel that I'm just being me, bro. You know, like, I'm just being me.
Yeah, like, but what if being you rubs people the wrong way? What if people think you an asshole?
I'm a star. Look. I'm a star. Listen, I grew up listening to Star on Hot 97.
Right.
He pissed people off, right?
We talking about Star Report.
Star Report, right? I'm listening.
Shout out to Star.
Shout out to Star. I love Star. You know why I love Star? Because he know what he does. He don't give a fuck. And I don't give a fuck. So that's just my mentality. I don't give a fuck mentality. And if you rub me the wrong way, I just let it all hang out. I just go at you.
Pause. Because you was just talking about you hanging out.
Hey, Panda, what's that new word? No Diddy?
Yeah. All right. So how can we squash the beef between you and Hassan and you and Hocus?
Hassan, I'm going to be honest.
Because, bro, you've made a lot of videos about him.
I did.
Even recently, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I did. You know, I could squash with Hassan. I don't have an issue with Hassan. I don't have a hate for the man. My thing
but
with
some
Hassan,
of your videos make it seem like you do hate the man.
No, it's because, like, Hassan, let me tell you something, right? If Hassan don't diss me or say nothing out of the way about me, I will never say nothing about him. But if I see him do things like what he does, I call it out. Because sometimes I got to call Hassan out on his bullshit. Sometimes it's certain shit that he says be bullshit. And there's certain shit that he say it be some real shit. But I don't have no animosity. I don't want to see nothing happen to him. I don't want to, you know, I don't wish nothing bad happen to him. I wish he get help. I wish he focused more on the message and not the stupid shit.
Well, what do you think that he needs help for?
I think he got a lot of, he dealing with a lot of trauma. And I think his trauma is what fucks him over. You know, I'm gonna keep it real, right? I deal with a lot of alcoholism in my family. You know, my father, a lot of my cousins, my aunties. So I understand Hassan. And I feel that when he's not drunk and he's sober, he's one of the illest dudes out here. And when he's drunk, that nigga is crazy. I'm just being honest. But when he's sober, he's cool. He's one of the most down-to-earth people ever to talk to. I've had some great dialogues with Hassan. Had great advice from him. That nigga always tell me, he be like, yo, they know your name, Gotti. You big out here, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Stop doing this. Stop doing that.
So you're not just trolling him, making videos because his name brings attention to your channel and you getting money off that?
No, because look, I haven't made a video about him after the other day, like, was it like last week, maybe 2 weeks ago? I made a video about him. But that was just to talk about, like, the dumb shit he be doing. But other than that, I don't have no personal animosity towards him.
But do you make videos to call out the good stuff about him too?
I call out the good stuff and I call out the bad stuff. But I always I do videos just to call out the bullshit. Because it's something I don't call him out when he's on his shit, I still salute him. I be like, yo, Hassan, you on your shit, I respect that. But when he on that bullshit, I gotta call him out on that. That's what we supposed to check each other on bullshit. But I don't have no hate for him.
So how can you feel that way, and also don't you think that he was calling you out on your bullshit?
No, he called me out, but the thing is, Hassan was kind of foul for how he tried to do me. That's the only thing I had my problems with him, is that I would have never did him like he did me on Behind the Ball and on Clubhouse. Like he
But
just
bro, you know we come from a culture of like, you slap me, I shoot you. Come on, bro. Like,
yeah,
come
I
on.
mean, but come on, bro. I
But I
mean,
think that what it is, and I can still see it in you, I think you still got a lot of love for that brother, man.
I do. I got a lot of respect for him. I got a lot of respect. Listen, people reach out to me all the time and be like, "Yo, Gotti, come on, bro, chill on Hassan." They tell me all the time. They be like, "Yo, chill on Hassan." I'm like, yeah, but he do too much. You know, I don't have no hate for him.
All right, well, do you think that maybe you made a mistake and now it feels too late to turn back? That's why
Yeah,
you
it's
keep
too
making
late.
videos about the
Yeah,
man?
it's too late. It's too late. But I won't. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't have to do no more videos on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to go my way and just, I said that. I said that in the beginning. I don't want to, go at him or antagonize the situation, because at the end of the day, I don't have no malice. I'm willing to even have a conversation. Like if we did a platform right now, I'm willing to put my differences aside with him. I just would want to let him know, like, yo, that was kind of fucked up, bro. That's the only thing. I would like to tell him, like, yo, Haas, that was kind of fucked up how you did me on main channel. Was it?
Because I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro.
Mm.
I think that what happened was that you did something wrong, and
Mm-hmm.
instead of really handling that situation, sometimes we make it worse
Yeah.
and keep going in the wrong direction. And I feel like that's kind of what happened between you guys. Because
Yeah.
if you guys were really cool for 5 years, bro, and you
Mm-hmm.
looked at him in the way that you described,
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't have gone that way.
No, it should have never went that way. It should have never went that way. Like I said, man, a lot of people just didn't like that me and him was cool. A lot of people didn't like the fact that we was good. We was good as a team. A lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people just didn't like that we had a good movement going on. Listen, me and Hassan did a lot of great things on YouTube together. I'm not gonna sit here and say we didn't. We had a lot of great content we did. And I think a lot of people should have mind their business also. They should have mind their business. Like people was getting involved that
But
had no
Bullets, you
business.
can't say that because everybody is a commentator these days.
No, no,
Everybody
no, no. Everybody's
content.
a commentator. But what I'm saying is a lot of creators and a lot of people that had an issue with our relationship was getting involved. Like the
Right.
Zips, like Hocus, like even with Hocus, bro. I said nothing about Hocus. Hocus calling me a bitch was not cool. I didn't diss Hocus. I had my issues with Hassan, but that was me and Hassan. That wasn't me and Hocus.
Right.
That like I don't have a beef with like I said right now, I don't have a beef with Hocus 45th. Never had an issue with him. But when he called me a bitch, it's like, damn, dog, like I'm a bitch. I ain't never dissed you. Like I didn't say nothing about you. But it is what it is.
Because I feel like even when Hassan got shot, right, you
Mm-hmm.
was making videos showing concern for the brother.
I did.
And you was defending him against people. But then you turned around and you started making videos against him again, bro.
No, because he didn't learn from that situation. And my thing, what I was mad with him about was like, why? Why did you go on Vlad? After you said this man was a culture vulture. Why? Like, even with him with Adam 22, I'm mad at him with that.
Okay, but all right, let's talk about that, right?
Yeah.
So you got sometimes it be our own people that be the worst.
Yeah.
So think about it. There's people that are black that not supporting him, going against him and everything, right? Tearing him down. So you see other people, white brothers that are reaching out to him, trying to check in on him, making sure he's okay. His back is against the wall.
Yeah.
He feeling like everybody against him, but they reaching out to him. Now, whether the intentions are pure or not, that you can argue that, but I mean, how is he supposed to feel?
I mean, I feel it's nothing wrong with going and doing an interview. But my thing is with Hassan is, right, Panda, is that, bro, you said these things about these men on your channel not too long ago.
But,
so
can't you be wrong? Can't you be wrong and change your mind and make up for that?
No, you could be wrong. No, you could be wrong. But you should have stated that when you did your videos. My thing is that people.
You don't think that he did that? He did that in my interview. He said that, I was wrong. I sent some shots at Vlad.
But he did. But look, Panda, he did that because he got a lot of flack from people that supported him, was looking at him crazy. Because let's look at it like this, right, Panda? The people that support Hassan, they are agreeing like, yo, them dudes is this, them dudes is that. So when they see him on their platforms, it's kind of slightly a disappointment. Like, you would be disappointed, like, damn, bro, I thought you was real with your shit. You said these dudes is clowns going on there, and you going on there. You get what I'm saying, Panda? That's how I look when they talk about it, you know?
All right. Well, one thing I've seen you say is that you went to college, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And you said that you don't consider yourself an N-word.
Yeah.
Right? You said,
nah.
What did you mean by that? Because I heard the audio of you in Clubhouse going off on everyone else, and you was like talking down to them. You was like, you went to college, you educated.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not, one thing about me, I don't toot my nose at nobody, but I don't have no problem talking about me going and seeking a higher education. I did business and management. That's what I took. That was my course that I took. And I did marketing classes. That's why I know so much about marketing. And I mean, I had speech classes and all that. I don't look at people just because of what their backgrounds or their preference. But my thing is, I'm not out here telling people to do violence. I'm not trying to be, like you said, an N-word. That's just not me. I'm not that. I don't have that mentality. Now, when I first came on YouTube when I was younger, yeah, I did have that mentality, because I was around those type of people. But when I got into this YouTube realm, I started seeing things differently. And I'm not gonna lie to you, YouTube is a beautiful place because a lot of people get to be who they wanted to be, but now they get to be what they want to be now. So I think it gave me a different avenue and a different perspective that I didn't have to do rap. I didn't have to do none of that to be successful. I could just talk to the people and touch them in a different type of way,
All right. Well, if you got your education, right?
Yeah.
Why would you choose to be in the dirty sector specifically of YouTube? If you educated, your vibration should be higher.
Yeah. So let me tell you this about the dirty sector, right? So I got to take some responsibility for the dirty sector because me and Hassan basically created the dirty sector of YouTube. A lot of these guys got their platforms because of Bulletz Gotti and Hassan Campbell. 99%.
Wait, because I'm gonna do you like Cap. I got some dirt on you, doggy. Okay. Yeah. I saw your last stream recently where you addressed the dirty sector of YouTube, right?
Yeah, I did.
And you was saying that you helped create that.
Yeah.
But it's like you was criticizing the type of content people make, but at the same time, you helped make that content too.
Yeah, but I think because this is the thing, right? I feel that my platform is so versatile that, yeah, I did make dirty sector content, but I also made versatile content. So I gave people the best of both worlds, not just, I just give you dirty sector stuff and it's just drama. No, I gave people content that people be like, oh, no, I fucks with him. He got good content. Because Panda, a lot of celebrities on the low watch my channel. They just don't tell nobody, but they watch it. A lot of people in the industry I didn't know watch me, knew who I was, and they reached out to me. So a lot of people watch my channel for the content. They don't watch it because of who I was beefing with on YouTube. They watch it for the content. Now, I can't help it that, you know, I helped out a lot of these guys' platforms. Now, some people will give me my flowers and say, yo, that dude Gotti, like, shout out to Jay Marvelous. He got a big channel. That dude said, yo, I watch you and you inspired me to become a YouTuber. You know, a lot of people don't do that. Death for the clout chaser. He wouldn't even have the platform that he has right now if it wasn't for me helping him out. And now he's got 100-something thousand subscribers, you know? So I think I made a lot of success stories from the dirty sector of YouTube than a lot of, how you say, fail stories.
Let me ask you this, though, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we get lost in the sauce, pause, right? And it's like when you make that content and you see how people are attracted to negativity more, sometimes it's hard to ignore those numbers. And even though you want to make more positive content, you see the difference in the numbers and people don't always pay attention to the positive stuff. Do you feel like you got kind of trapped into that at times, that people wanted the drama from you?
I'm not gonna lie, I did get trapped. I think when they first started this, because I was focused in the beginning, I was focused strictly on my content, what I was talking about. And then I got trapped with these YouTube dudes just going at me, and I started responding. I think this is one of my things, my biggest regrets. If I never would have responded to any of these YouTube guys, they would have never had a life on YouTube. If I'd have just focused on my content and not responded to those guys, I would have been where I'm at right now. I would have been there earlier, you know. But
it's a double-edged sword, right?
It is.
Because like while it helps build up your channel maybe faster, but it gives people that expectation of this is the type of content that you're gonna be giving them, and you don't always want to give that type of content, bro.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I saw you talking about how people was clout chasing and beefing and trying to make a name off of you, you know, it's like I get that, but some people will argue that that's what you did with other people, though.
Yeah, but this the thing, right? I didn't like, my thing was on some, you know, speaking my opinion, whereas they was like I would do a video. Like I remember one time this guy did a video about me, right? It was because I was on the platform with Hassan, and the first thing this dude said on the video was, he said the more subscribers he gets, the slicker his tongue gets. And he was so mad that my subs and me saying salute to Hassan and was talking with him, it just irked him, and that he made not just one video, but he made a multitude of videos. And then there was another guy, he just kept making videos. And I was like, wait a minute, this is YouTube? Like, where's all this? Like, the first year on YouTube, like 2018, I had no diss videos. 2019, a barrage of them. It was like, it was nothing but diss videos coming right and left. I'm like, damn, like, all these diss videos for nothing? But like you said, it comes with the territory. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, man. But it's tough, bro, because sometimes when you respond to people, you make them feel like they worthy of your attention, worthy of your energy, right? And I think that's the problem a lot of times.
Yeah. Hey, but you want to know something though? Like, I watch a lot of YouTube channels, and I'll be like, a lot of these guys be full of shit though. You know, Panda? Like, perfect example. You watch Jaguar, right?
I've seen some stuff, yeah.
I would keep it real. She's full of shit, bro. She is full of shit.
I think that we as a culture need to start taking responsibility, because now everything is about, are you entertained? Nobody cares anymore about the truth or anything. Everything is love and hip hop pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is just for you to be entertained like that, bro. We don't care if it's real anymore. It's all reality TV pretty much. These interviews, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's like you said, it's about the views. You know, Jaguar Wright comes on there. It's about the views. Even though she's saying 99%. I was on a long phone conversation with her for 2 hours, and she charged me for the phone conversation, right? It's like you said, it's entertainment. it's like that's the new entertainment. That's how people's getting their clout up, by being on YouTube. You know, like I watch some of your interviews that you do. Like I ain't gonna lie, Tina Torres is hilarious. I like her content. She's funny.
Nah, you always going at her in the comments. All right, you always
Yeah.
going at her.
I'm gonna keep it real, right? I like when she says some real stuff, but then it'd be like, what is the person? What's the problem? What's the Because I'm all about. See me, I'm a conspiracy nut. Like right now, I could tell you, I feel that Reggie Wright is more, you know, a suspect in the whole Tupac and Biggie thing than I think that Suge Knight and Puffy. I think he's more.
Nah, don't do that to Reggie. Come on.
I just think no, because I just think just by watching all the documentaries, reading books like R.J. Barnes books, and watching all these YouTube guys, I feel that Reggie is a guy that's like, you know, is responsible. I feel that Big U is responsible with Nipsey, with Wack and all these guys. I just feel that these guys, in my opinion, is responsible for these things, because I feel that everything's a power struggle. Like Snoop Dogg, like people love Snoop, right? I feel that Snoop had to get two of his biggest competitions out the way.
All right, let's just say that this does not reflect my opinion, okay? So don't be hitting my channel, okay? This is what he got to say. This is what he feels like. I understand though, like you got some controversial takes on the situation, but all right, why you always going at my girl Tina?
I feel, listen, I like what Tina says. I like her opinions on things. Like I said, I like her opinions, but I feel like it's deeper rabbit holes. I feel that it's more hidden hand stuff that's going on. I feel like most celebrities are pawns. I feel like,
But isn't that the type of stuff that she says and the type of stuff she's exposing?
Yeah, but we got to look at it like this, right? These artists, and she even said in her video, she felt that certain people are victims, right? And I feel that it's a hidden hand. I feel it's a hidden agenda. I feel that there's so many people that's in the industry that's like the big dogs that knock off people to get them out the way. I feel that the record execs own these guys. Like, let's just keep it real, right? When you start, like, because I've been to a lot of record companies, right? And I've been to when dudes sign contracts. And the first thing that they offer a guy when they sign a deal is a car, jewelry, women, and a shitload of money. But the contract that you're signing, you're not even reading that as a slave deal, because basically they own your life rights. They have an insurance policy on you. They have all these things on you, and they controlling you while they got that. But it's not the guys that got the little boutique labels. It's the guys that are the big head honchos. It's the guys that run Universal. It's the guys that run Interscope. It's the guys that run Def Jam, Atlantic. They the guys that call the shots. They the ones that getting people knocked off.
There's levels to this.
There's levels to it. I feel that people always want to blame them guys, but those guys are the pawns, because they got life insurance on them too.
Right.
If they die, they look, Tupac, let's keep it real. Tupac doesn't own his family doesn't own his estate. The guy that signed him, Tom Wiley and Jimmy Iovine, owns his estate. That's crazy.
Right.
Like Biggie, he doesn't own, like his family, yeah, they have a portion of it, but it's them big dogs that own that. You know? It's just like with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson don't own his estate. His family don't own that estate. You know? Once he died, they took his everything from him. This guy owned Eminem publishing. He owned everybody's publishing. Eminem, Beyonce, everybody, right? Giving them copyrights, getting all their masters back, but he had control of that.
I think the whole point is that nothing is really what it seems, bro.
It don't. And that's what I'm saying. It's hidden hands.
Yeah.
Like we could blame these artists all the time. We could blame Puff. We could blame this one, but it's other people behind the scene. Like I said, like a guy like a Steve LaBelle, he's a piece of shit. I blame guys like that, because he's one of those guys that what I'm talking about, the hidden hand guy. Like Suge Knight lawyer, David Kenner. That's a hidden
Right.
guy. Nobody talks about him.
You've beefed with so many other creators online, right? People have looked at you as an internet troll. They say that you a liar and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your goal with the content creation? Like,
my goal is to do content, give people a different perspective on things. My thing is an opinion-based channel. I speak about all different topics, the streets, the industry, politics, whatever is to come to mind, relationships, whatever. I want my platform to be like how you look at Stephen A. Smith or how you look at Anderson Cooper. I want to be in that type of realm of journalist platforms. You know?
yeah, but you can't be beefing with people then. You don't really see them beefing with people like that.
But hold on, I'm not beefing with people. This is the thing with people that understand it. I trigger people, and people are triggered by my conversation and topics. Panda.
All right, but I
That's what
think
it
that
is.
maybe you might want to adjust the approach a little bit moving forward then, all right? Because I understand what you're saying. If your intention is really to be taken serious on a journalistic level like that, then you can't be going at people neck like that either, though. You know what I mean?
I know, but it's kind of like I want to be provocative, but I also want to be
Well, look
conservative
at Stephen A.
too.
Smith now, right? He real provocative on his YouTube channel.
You see?
Yeah, he
Shannon
going a
Sharp.
little crazy. Especially remember when he went at Jason, what's his name?
Oh man, I know who you talk about. Damn,
the fat dude.
Jason Whitlock.
Whitlock. There you go. He annihilated him, bro.
Yeah,
he went off.
But look, see, this is what I love about YouTube is that when we got these platforms, like if we was on network TV, we have to be PC.
But YouTube still controls a lot of things too. That's the problem. But we can do a lot more than if you worked for an actual corporate company. You know what I'm saying? Like I was surprised when I saw Stephen A. Smith go at him like that. I was like, damn, ESPN ain't gonna say nothing.
Look at Shannon Sharp. Look,
Disney's not gonna say something.
Look at
Shannon is out of this world now, bro. I don't know that he been getting one big interview after another. It's crazy.
Yeah, so like when I look at Shannon Sharp and I look at Stephen A. Smith, like on their YouTube channels, they can be themselves. But on network TV, they have to be politically correct. They have to.
But you know what? I got to give Shannon his flowers because instead of signing a full-on deal with just ESPN and that's all he focused on, he said, nah, I'm going to take a little bag there, do a little part-time, and I'm going to focus on building my own thing, right? Because when he was with Skip Bayless, I was like, damn, he ain't getting the props he deserves, bro.
Yeah, because
that's the only reason why I watched it. That was the only reason why, you know?
But Panda, look, he knew his worth that if he left Skip Bayless and he went and did his own thing, that he was going to make the bag that he was supposed to make. And he's making the bag he's supposed to make. I think that as content creators, we got to look at the bigger picture because we have platforms like you, Panda, like myself, that we can take our platforms and we could be huger than we are. Because look at academics, look at all these guys, right? They're making bags outside of YouTube.
Right.
I think a lot of us as content creators, we can go to these networks and we can go to these podcasting networks and get a shitload of money just off of just what we're doing, even on YouTube. So I feel that we're the new news.
I think that what I like is that YouTube provides you with the option to do it in your own time, your own way.
Panda,
you know what
I've seen you go viral, bro. I've seen you go viral. Even myself, I went viral. But I've seen you go viral to the point that a lot of people spoke on your topics on various other platforms, bigger platforms, Panda.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, you think about it, nobody gave a fuck about Terror Squad anymore until I started talking about it. Then you saw these other platforms started talking about it again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I feel you. But, man, this game is everybody has their moment, but it's like, how many moments can you have, though? Like, that's what you got to keep focusing on moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's true. That's true. Because, Panda, I'm going to be honest with you. Ever since I've been on YouTube, I know that it's like a long run game. You gotta be in here. Like I always say, as a YouTube content creator, it's like it's a legacy game. You either be here for the long run or you be here for the short run. And I think content creators like yourself, like myself, we're here for the long run. So yeah, we may not get a viral moment right now, but we'll get a viral moment eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like Panda.
There's a lot of ups and downs, bro. It's not as easy that people think it is, though.
It's not, but
it's a lot of hard work.
It's a lot of hard work. See, people that's not creators do not understand that because they take the lazy approach.
Mm-hmm.
Us as creators, we understand what it is to have a hot and cold moment. You know, we could be hot right now and then we could be cold the next month, you know, and then we might get another moment and then they'll get us back lit again. But a lot of creators understand that. But people that are not creators, that just come on here just to do what they do, beef, trope, whatever, they don't understand what it is to lose a channel, build the channel up, get demonetized, not have your views being shadow banned. They don't understand that. I understand being shadow banned. I understand losing the channel. I understand having a hot and cold moment. You understand what I'm saying? Because as a content creator, I went through that. You know, and I tell other content creators, focus on the bigger goal is your content. Because if you focus on the smaller goal, just chasing a moment, clout chasing, you're going to be done.
Yeah. All right. So there seems to be a recurring theme where you're cool with someone. Next thing you know, you got some issues with them, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is the cause of that? Because I'm not trying to be the next person. Next thing you know, I see in the headlines, Bulletz Gotti goes at Panda neck, you know, or whatever, exposed. I'm just the interview guy. Remember that?
Yeah. No. I feel that Panda and a lot of people, I tell people, I don't have beef with nobody. You know, I may have a disagreement, but I don't like beefing. I like having great relationships with other YouTubers. I think I'm about that. I'm about having relationships with other YouTubers because a lot of us YouTubers need to work together. Especially with the new guideline rules on YouTube, because YouTube is changing, bro. Like it's not the YouTube that when I first came on here, it's not the same YouTube. It's a whole different YouTube. So I feel
restrictive now, bro.
It's restricted. So I feel like the beefing, like I'm taking a lot of my beefing content off my channel. I'm being honest with you. I'm deleting a lot of videos because that is what sabotage your greatness, you know. And with the restrictions and the stuff that's going on with YouTube, I'd rather take the sacrifice and deleting videos and then getting back to what I need to get back to. Because once you get into all this nonsense, this YouTube bickering, boasting, and screaming and hollering, and I'm gonna pull up on you, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna fight you, it's nonsense. You know, you're not. This is a business. We have to really look at this. This is a business, Panda. A lot of us eat off of this. A lot of us, this is our livelihood. And a lot of us have made our name on this. So when we are not making the finances that we're not making because YouTube restriction rules, we have to tune up and do better, you know? So that's my thing. I'm getting back to doing content and not focusing on the beef. And, you know, I had fun doing it. But now I'm just on a whole different plateau right now that I want to just graduate from that, you know?
Is it just me or people ain't eating like they used to anymore on YouTube? Because I've seen Vlad and Adam talk about this. They just saying that like the numbers ain't what they used to be.
I think YouTube has become, well, I'm gonna say this. When the pandemic happened, we had so much of I would say an outflux of YouTubers. It just got oversaturated.
Yeah.
And everybody just started becoming YouTubers. So once, like, I would say like 2019, you know, 2018, it wasn't that many YouTubers. And then when 2020 came, it was a little bit, but it wasn't that much. And then 2021 and 2022, you started seeing an outflux of YouTubers. So now the money is not the same no more because now YouTubers are not making the same amount of money. You can't.
But also, you know, YouTube changed the algorithm. Now they're trying to compete with TikTok by focusing on YouTube Shorts and short form content.
Shorts is the new algorithm now for YouTube. It's no more about putting out a pre-recorded video, doing a live stream. Algorithm has changed so much. I remember when I first came on YouTube, where you put out a video, you didn't have to put ads on it. You could just put a video in and boom, your views would just shoot. That's what the Shorts is doing right now. That's what the algorithm used to be. Now, when you do YouTube videos now, it's not the same. You're not eating like you used to, because you put a video out and you might get 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000.
Right.
Because rare, you might get 10,000.
It's crazy though, because of the oversaturation, right, of creators. It's kind of like, when you watch Netflix and you just get presented with too many options and you just like, I don't know what the fuck to watch. I'm like bored. This is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like YouTube before, if you watch some of those older videos, like the standard was so low. It was like people's audio was terrible, the video was terrible, but this shit got tons of views, right?
Yeah, because you got to remember, like, YouTube was like, it was so different. Like, people weren't trying to be YouTubers, and people weren't trying to be podcasters. So when people became podcasters and YouTubers, and they started seeing the success of it and the money that people were making, that's when you started to see that the numbers and the algorithm was changing. If YouTube would have just stayed with how the algorithm was before, and YouTube would have just stayed, and they didn't have the guideline rules that they started to get later on during the pandemic, YouTube would have been so perfect. It would have been so perfect for a lot of creators, and a lot of creators, real creators, would be able to make the money that they was making before.
Yeah, man. Let me ask you this though, right? Because I feel like we all start out with love for this, because even if we wasn't making money off this, we still do it because we love it that much, right? We love talking about hip hop. We love making this type of content. If we not making this type of content, we consuming this type of content. So we might as well be making this type of content, right?
True.
Now it comes from, in the beginning, a place of love, and you doing it, it's you having fun and everything. But over time, it don't feel like that anymore, because you chasing, right? And people said that this is like the new 9-to-5 trap, content creation.
It is. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a point where, when I first came on here, like, I would stay up all night just to catch the algorithm. YouTube is, like you said, it's like the trap. You can't live without it, because you're trying to chase that algorithm. You're trying to chase that traction and get new subs and stuff like that. I have the love for this. I love doing this because I love speaking to people. I love doing content. And like I said, I'm working on doing my podcast. So I love what I'm doing. Let me be honest with you, Panda. I'm so happy that I got so many eyes on me, that when I hear people saying, like, people will tell me, yo, I heard people talking about what you said on your video, or I heard somebody talk about a live or a clubhouse. And I'll be like so amazed that people know who I am. So that's the thing that I really love, because it's like, damn, like, I'm really like on a legendary status, like, I didn't think I was that huge, but you never know, you never know how people feel about you,
All right. I got to talk about your man, Benzino. Okay. I got to ask about your man, Benzino.
Let's go.
Now, when I saw your interview with him, I could tell your hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know your hip hop history. You do your research. So I respect that, right? What do you think about Benzino and the Eminem situation and how he handled that?
Here's my opinion, right? I don't think Benzino is wrong how he handled the Eminem situation. I feel his opinion is like every other rapper's opinion and every, like, hip hop peer's opinion. I feel Eminem is a great rapper. Don't get me wrong. He's a great lyricist. But there's tons of doper lyricists than Eminem. I feel that Big Pun is better than Eminem. I feel Big L is better than Eminem. I feel Eminem was just for mainstream America and for middle America, he was the hope for them. And I feel that Eminem did help out a lot of rappers. Don't get me wrong, he helped out 50 Cent. You know, he sacrificed his fame and his celebrity status to put on a guy like 50 Cent and blow him up. But I feel that Benzino had a point in what he was saying, that you can't put him on the GOAT level and then try to call him a rap god when there's tons of damn good rappers that are on that level. Like, I feel that when they did the like the Rolling Stone list, like when they had him like number 1 or number 2, I think, on the list, I feel that it was other rappers that could have went higher than him, you know?
Well, the problem is that nobody has the same criteria for what they consider the GOAT.
Yeah.
It's subjective, right?
That's true.
Now, I think what the problem is, though, is like Benzino's issue was with the industry and how the industry and these corporate companies maybe had a different agenda. But he took it out on Eminem when he should have been saying, nah, it's the company specifically, because unless you're trying to say Eminem, now Eminem benefited, don't get me wrong, he benefited it, right? But it wasn't him doing it. It was the companies that are doing this.
No, you're right about that. It was Interscope that really was pushing Eminem. And I do say that Universal should take the blunt of the blame because they did pushed it, you know. But I feel that, like, when it comes to like artists, Eminem just had like a what I think he had over everybody else, that his fans weren't like really hip hop fans. A lot of his fans were like fans of rock, fans of pop. So he was able to like go into a whole different realm, a different culture of music, and then have them like hip hop too. Because I have friends that I grew up with that basically before Eminem, they wasn't really hip hop fans. You know?
Yeah, and that's the thing that I will say, right? If you don't know your hip hop history, if you don't really know this type of culture like that, then your opinion shouldn't matter to the level of being like, oh, he's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you got to know those that came before. You got to know the other rappers to have an educated opinion. It's like right now, right? If I don't know country music, but I'm gonna call Beyonce the best country singer of all time.
That's true.
That's true. That's offensive to people that love country music, that know the culture, that have put in work, right? So it's like you can't just do that. Like all of a sudden, oh, I'm gonna like her because, you know what I mean, she's black and she's in a white dominated genre. So I'm gonna go ahead and be like, yo, she's the best. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So that's where I have a problem with those type of fans. Now, if you really do know your history and everything, and you still think that Eminem's the best, hey, it's subjective.
It's subjective,
right?
Yeah.
But you got to be educated to have your opinion be taken serious. And I think that that's the problem.
Yeah, I agree. I just feel, in my opinion, like, I feel that Eminem just had a good machine behind him. And I think his success came off for the impact of his machine. Because
but it's not just the machine, though, because he does have the talent to back it up, though, right?
He
Because
does.
there's a lot of other white rappers that aren't as talented that may benefit from being white.
True.
Right? And have the machine behind them, but it doesn't mean that they have the skills, the rapping ability.
No, he has the rapping. No, you're right. He has the rapping ability. Like I said, Eminem is a damn great lyricist. He has the ability to move hip hop fans and pop fans, this fans, that fans. Because he has a battle rap background. He was a battle rapper, you know, so that's his background. I think Eminem got dumbed down when he signed to Dr. Dre, because if you listen to his underground stuff, like his Infinite album, like he sound like he was a baby AZ Baby Nas.
Yeah.
You know? And like if you listen to like his stuff with the Outsiders, you would say like his stuff with Young Zay and them, like he sounds like a super lyrical rapper. But when he went with Dr. Dre,
he became commercialized.
It became commercial. So the music, like I kid you not, right? Eminem, in my opinion, got three great albums. And then after that, he just, to me, I just felt like he fell off.
First 3 albums, classic.
First 3 albums is classic. The Eminem Show, you know,
Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP. Right?
Yeah, all 3 of them. Classics, right? And then, like, when he went into, like, the other albums, like, I'm talking about, like, the stuff, even the stuff he did with D12 and the stuff he did with G Unit, like the stuff, the collaboration how he did with 50 Cent. Like, a lot of that stuff was like, it wasn't as
my
great.
thing is more like, and I get shit from stans all the time, even though I grew up on Eminem. I'm a big Eminem fan, right?
Yeah.
It's just that you can't say anything bad about Eminem without them getting mad. So, like, that's the problem, right? But it's like, for me, I appreciate him stepping up his technical ability in the later work, but sonically, it's just not as pleasing to me. Like, I don't rock with it like that.
Look, Panda, a lot of the stuff that you heard since Eminem sobered up, right? And I'm talking about when he did Relapse and to Recovery. Like, if you listen to all of that stuff, it does not sound sonically as great as Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem Show. It don't.
Not even the what you call it, the 8 Mile soundtrack.
8 Mile soundtrack.
Yeah.
It does not sound as great as those projects.
But if you know, the thing that I tell people all the time is the cadence.
The cadence,
because remember before when he would rap, like if he was angry, if the song called for it, then he would rap like that, right? But then he started to rap like a certain part where it's like he was trying to sound overly aggressive and he crammed too many bars in like in too many syllables in one bar, right? And then he did the whole thing with like he
and
did
don't forget don't forget the English flow. Remember the English flow he had on Relapse when he was trying to sound like We're the Ones That Made You. Listen to the flow he had on there.
The accents?
The accent. You remember the English accent flow he had? Like that with Eminem, right? Like, we know his flow pattern from like the records he did like back in the 2000s and the 90s. Like, yo, the dude was spitting. Forget About Dre, all these records. What's the difference between me and you? Like, those records, you be like, oh, nah, this dude he's spitting. But then when you listen to him now, like even the No Escaping This remix with Beatnuts, he had a dope verse on it. You ever heard that? Go play that No Escaping This with the Beatnuts, the remix version with Eminem on there is dope. He had a record with Method Man on The Professionals too. Dope freestyle. That's why I said Eminem has some stuff that's fire. But like you said,
like, you know, in the later years, you can tell that he's gotten more technical, like Cannabis, right? Like how it's like, but it's like sometimes I feel like you're focusing so much on making words rhyme that you lose the message.
Cannabis disappointed me, Panda. He's one of those guys that when I saw the battle with Disaster, I was
I know, bro. Don't I know.
Like,
I know.
when he said the notepad, I was like, come on, bro. Yeah. This is a guy that battled LL Cool J. And you telling me, like, I lost all respect for Cannabis, bro.
Yeah. I did. But you get what I'm saying though, right? Like, he went like super technical, and like I appreciate that because his technical ability is amazing, bro. His double entendres, triple entendres, with all his metaphors, but it's just like sonically, bro, like I it's harder for me to listen to as far as like replay value.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same, Panda. Like, when I listen to like a couple people, when they listen to him now, they're like, yo, what the fuck is Eminem saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, they like, what is he saying? Like, and my thing is like, yo, bro, this dude was one of the most lyrical guys. Like, he would have lines that be like, oh, this dude had metaphors, similes, punchlines. You listen to him now, it's like he's just making up words, saying things that just make sound catchy. It's not like even the diss track he did on Benzino and Coil Ray. Benzino killed him on the diss track that he did. I'm being honest.
Okay, all right, let's get into that. But come on, he had Nestle ghostwrite that though, bro.
He did, but let's look at it like this, right? Even though he had somebody ghostwrite, right? The diss track sound better than the Eminem diss track. And
I agree with that. I agree with that.
A lot of diss tracks that I heard Eminem did, like even the Machine Gun Kelly, a lot of the diss tracks I've heard, like the record, like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, I've heard harder diss tracks, like way back, like he was dissing Murder Inc. and this when he was dissing Limp Bizkit and
no, yeah,
Everlast.
those older diss tracks that he did, Nail in the Coffin, The Sauce, Girls, right? He did the Everlast shit. He did crazier diss tracks before, and like you said, the Murder Inc., Do Re Mi, all those things, right? Like those were hard joints, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. But because I think it's the cadence and the flow was different. Like it just he went in a totally different direction after that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna kill us in the comments on this. I already know they gonna come after us.
They just kill us if they want. But I'm being honest. Eminem, in my opinion, and I'm just keeping it real, has fell off. Jay-Z's the same. Oh, hold on. Let me say this. Jay-Z's the same too, Panda. Like we listen to Jay-Z, his music is not that great. Like, come on, Panda. Like we listen to these dudes that we like. I'm gonna be honest. Like sonically, these guys aren't as great as they were in the 90s and 2000s.
What about Nas?
Nas is great. Nas right now is the best I ever heard him. And he's been great for years. But now, since he's been in his second, I call this his second prime. Since he's been in his second prime with working with Hit Boy and
he got better beats?
Better beats. Like the beats, like people say his beats is better. I think Nas just, in my opinion, he don't focus on beats. He just lyrics. His lyrics grab you. That's my thing with Nas. And I love Nas. And I think Nas, in my opinion, and I don't care what nobody says, is better than Jay-Z right now. He's better than Eminem. He's better than every last one of these rappers that people say is the best. He's better than them right now.
I gotta agree with you. Yeah.
Come on,
I gotta agree with you. All right, man. But what do you think about Wack 100 exposing Benzino?
That's the thing, right? Wack is a fair weather friend, right? Benzino and him was cool. I don't like that. I don't like what he did to Benzino. I feel that if I'm cool with somebody, right, and I go in the room, and they went in this guy's room on Clubhouse named Ion. He went in the room, he defended Benzino, and then Benzino gets clipped off the app, and he double backs and diss him. I'm like, that's some snake shit. Like, this dude was cool with you. You and Benzino chop it up all the time, and you be telling people, like he told Jordan Lucas, yo, why you ain't don't working with Benzino? Like, and then you throw Benzino like to the wolves. I'm like, nah, man, that's not cool. In my opinion, I feel like Benzino's a solid dude, Panda. He's a cool dude. Like when I did the interview,
wait. Now, look, I've rooted for Benzino over the years, even being an Eminem fan, right? Because I feel like he was misunderstood. I feel like what the problem was is just that he can't control his anger, and he a lot of times says the worst possible shit, right? And then it just like he ruins it for himself, bro. Like he just ruins it for himself. You know what I'm saying? But I always kind of like rooted for him, like, come on, Benzino, like you contributed to hip hop. You can't take that away. You contributed what you contributed to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away from him. Even though the fans want to take that away from him because they mad at him for beefing with Eminem.
I think the thing is, like you said, Benzino is misunderstood, bro. He's misunderstood to the point that what people don't understand is that the guy was a part of something legendary, like the Source magazine. He's a legend. He's quiet as he's kept. People don't give him his credit on being a great producer because he did the intro for Stillmatic and nobody gives him his flowers on that.
Right. He loved hip hop. He really does live hip hop. You can tell, right? But all right, I know you said that he's a solid brother. Okay, what do you think about the snitching thing?
I think this is the thing, right? I think people just want to. This is what I hate about this whole thing, right? Everybody wants the snitching thing. I hate the whole snitching thing because I think the situation that happened to him is a sad situation. You know, he got shot at his mother's funeral
by his own nephew.
By his own nephew, right? That's fucked up. That's fucked up to get shot at your mother's funeral by your mother's grandson, your nephew. Like that right there is just violation, and it's sad, right? I heard the audio, I heard all that. I don't really, in my opinion, I can't really judge him. You know, I can't really judge him. I
But
can't really.
technically, he did snitch, right? Technically, he did snitch in the audio and in the court documents that, you know, he sent to Zip with the drip and said that he didn't. Let's just call it for what it is. He did, okay? But does it matter at his age now? Like, he not really in the
I
streets
mean, it
anymore,
don't.
right?
I mean, this man is in his 50s, right? And he's not in the streets. He's not selling drugs. He's not a part of no gang. He's not doing nothing. He's a legitimate businessman. He made millions and millions and millions in the music industry. I don't know why people had this mentality that people in the industry gotta hold the same. And I think this may be because it's hip hop that they had this mindset that everybody in hip hop gotta hold to regards to the street code. But when you making millions, what is the street code? What is the streets, bro?
I know, but bro, the problem is the way that
Yeah,
Benzino carries himself, bro. Like, if he had just
yeah, I
admitted,
know.
like, yeah, you know what, I'm not a part of that anymore, I don't subscribe to that,
Mhm,
it would be a different story. But because he's
yeah,
denying that he did, because of feeling like he still has to stay within that same code, that's the problem, though.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like that's the thing with me, right? I feel that a lot of people shouldn't be judged, right? Just like Hassan, he made a comment about on your platform about K Slate, right? I feel that's fucked up. You know, we don't know if that's true about K Slade. We're not going to run with a narrative that somebody that may have a grudge or have a hate for K Slade to just run with that narrative. I feel that K Slade is deceased. They already cleared that up. That don't need to be brought out there to say, oh, that man's a snitch. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you got people, family out here, people hurt and people upset. I think those type of things when people look at it, we can't hold people want to hold people to street code regards and jailhouse rules when we on the civil we in the civil world, Panda. We in the
Well,
civil world.
let's keep it a buck, right? In
Mm,
this industry, they love to sell the streets, right? As far as the rap game goes. But
mm,
once you start bringing that real street element into the industry,
yeah,
they blackball you. They don't want that in here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They start to really get you out of here. So I do think that there's a weird standard that exists where it's like, oh no, you gotta keep maintain the code, but then at the same time, we gonna shun you if you try to bring that element into the industry,
But is
right?
I know that, but we gotta look at it right. We in a whole different like time now, right? Like the streets was kind of different back then when people that whole like, yeah, you know, kill all rats and stop snitching and all that. That was the era where, you know, that was what it was. You know, Cameron going on 60 Minutes saying, yo, if he lived next door to a serial killer that he would just move. Like that but when you understand that you're in a business, right? That's what I always say with these people. They don't hold that same code to these record execs because if you smack the shit out of a Jimmy Iovine or Tommy Mottola or any of these guys, they go into the feds. They go into the police on you. You smack the
Yeah,
shit
but
out
they
of a
don't
Leo.
subscribe to that code though, bro.
Yeah,
They not from the streets.
but no, they don't subscribe to it. But you gotta look at it like this though. They fund it though. They
Yeah,
put the money
absolutely. But that's what I
behind
was
it.
telling you though. I was telling you that
Yeah,
they like to sell part
yeah,
of that element, right? But once you start to bring that real element to it, they
yeah.
don't want it. They don't want it.
They don't want it, and that's
But I think that Benzino should have did what Troy Ave did and said, you know what, the streets is a myth or whatever, and like been like, you know what, I don't subscribe to that anymore.
yeah.
He should have been honest about it.
I
But
mean,
he's still trying to maintain his innocence about snitching. So that's the problem, bro.
yeah. I mean, you know, I think a lot of times, Panda, you know, a lot of times, man, a lot of these guys, like Zip and all these guys, man, they want to hold on to that. And I think that what are we holding on to? You know, like everybody's doing it now, Panda. Like 6ix9ine is like Come on, you think 6ix9ine
It don't
would have
make
still
it
been
right though. It don't make it right.
It don't make it right. But look at 6ix9ine on Panda, right? 6ix9ine is a perfect example of, you could call him a rat all you want, right? But look at Kodak Black. Kodak Black said, we doing business. We're not. I don't care about that. You know, NBA YoungBoy, I heard, got a whole record with him. These guys don't. These younger generation of people, they don't care about the snitching code.
So, did you listen to the audio of Benzino's fiance with Wack 100, where she's
Yeah, I
saying
heard it,
all
bro. That's
types of stuff?
crazy. That's crazy, man.
I don't know how, because she had broken up with him at the time, right? That was like 6-8 months ago, whatever.
Yeah.
And then how does you end up becoming his fiance after all those accusations, though, bro? That's crazy. She said the worst stuff.
You know something? Like, that's why I say Wack is a dangerous, evil human being, bro. Like, he will do some shit that's just vile. Like, the shit I see him do, not only just the Benzino, but I see him do this to a lot of people, man. Like, he would have people's baby mothers, and this dude's in the industry, bro. Like, he would have their baby mothers, ex-fiancés, girlfriends, like, call them up and expose it. I'm like, damn, like you must be hate this dude to be reaching out to a dude like this dude. Like, Wack is a terror, bro. Like, I don't like a dude like that. Like, I feel like if you do me like that or you do anybody like that, man, you dangerous, bro. I can't fuck with you.
Well, you know, it was crazy because, like, I think it was like almost 2 years ago, he had came out with that purple dildo shit, right? Remember when he was on Clubhouse and he was saying that about Benzino? And we didn't see Benzino really go at Wack like that. We was like, damn, Benzino's gone at people for less. You know what I'm saying? So it was looking real weird. But then when we saw Benzino put out that text message, was all like, yo, I was waiting for you at the Adam 22 interview and stuff. Why didn't you show up? And it was pretty crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wack is he's a I would call a piranha, man. Like, he's the type of dude, he hides and he waits to stick his fangs in people. Like,
but let me ask you, do you believe those things about Benzino with the dildo and all that shit like that?
I don't believe, I don't know. I seen it and I just thought it was like, yo, that's fucked up, because that's a vulnerable, y'all did the man on a vulnerable state, and I think the shorty was a piece of shit for that, because like, to send a video of somebody while they vulnerable was fucked up, yo.
Oh, the one with the knife to his neck?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That was crazy, bro.
Like, that,
It
like, what if
sounded really bad.
Yeah, what if he'd killed himself? Like, that's fucked up. Like, and you put that on his platform. Like, I feel, me personally, like, people be like leeches and parasites, man, to do shit like that to that dude, man. He been through a lot, man. Like, I look at Benzino.
But you gotta also understand, though, right? Because people don't like that he always talking shit, so that they feel like justified in like making fun of him in a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So I get both sides, but I kind of lean towards more having compassion for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I do feel bad, but I do see at the same time why people don't like him, though. Because
I understand that. No, Panda, I understand that. I feel like a lot of people, they're gonna have their opinions. They're gonna have their opinions about Benzino. They're gonna feel the way they feel about the man. But I feel like a dude like that, he been through enough. He been through a lot. This is a dude that, the industry was trying to have his daughter not acknowledge him, bro. Like, they was doing a documentary I was watching on Hulu, like, for Hip Hop Rap Caviar, and they try to like act like, he didn't exist. Like, how y'all do some shit like that? Like, this man is a legend. This man been in the industry, had a lot of y'all in his magazine, had y'all at his award show, and then y'all dudes gonna act like y'all don't know
when
him.
they try to discredit what he's done for hip hop, though. When they try to do that, because whether you like somebody or not, I still feel like they need to get the credit that they deserve, right?
Yeah,
I can't
bro, like, they need to give him his credit.
I can't rewrite history.
Fact,
You know what I'm saying?
He may not be in the position that he once was in, but he still is a legend. It's just like with Suge Knight, right? Wack be going in on Suge Knight, right? But people can't take nothing away from Suge Knight. Suge Knight carried Death Row Records. Without a Suge Knight, there is no Death Row Records. So people could talk what they want to talk about the man, but the man did something legendary in hip hop. And that's the same thing with Benzino. Yeah, they may not be the $600 million man. They may not have the plane, the jets no more. They may not have the Bentleys and the Rolls Royces and the bottles and the models and the speedboats and the yachts, but they still are legends.
I just think though that I think Benzino needs to get some help, bro. Like honestly, with his anger, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a shame that he's in the position that he's in. I do feel like because of how long he's been in hip hop that he should be in a different position. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the people that know the history do respect what he's contributed to hip hop, but because of his reputation and the way that he's burnt bridges and ruined relationships, it overshadows what he's given to the game. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like a lot of people should get a man a chance. You know,
but when they give him a chance, though, his anger, bro, when he gets mad, he ruins it for himself.
Maybe I might be biased because Benzino and me is both Cancers, and I'm a Cancer. My birthday June 30th, so I understand his anger, like Mike Tyson and 50.
I know, but you can't be like saying racist stuff just when you get angry, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He say a lot of wild. He do say a lot of wild shit.
Yeah, he do.
Out of anger.
He do, bro. So like, I mean, that's what I'm about. It's like I'm gonna hold you accountable, but I'm gonna give you your props when you deserve it, right? So I gotta be fair about it. You know what I'm saying? And
we just need to give him a hug, man. We just, you know what we need to do, Panda? We just all need to give him a hug, man. Everybody need a hug. No, seriously, everybody.
But yo, did you hear about the transcribes that they got from his phone?
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy is that before Wack even talked about that, somebody sent me that on Instagram. They sent me the actual documents of that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I could confirm that this shit is real, so I ain't want to put it out there. Plus, if somebody gonna talk about it, then I'll talk about it. But I don't want to be the one to exposing people, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I didn't want to do that to him.
You know, I respect you, Panda, because a lot of people, you know, they don't have that integrity in the morals to just keep it clean. You know, because a lot of people, they'll come on here and they don't give a fuck. Like they'll just put it out there. Like you see how they do Puff right now, right? They don't give a fuck whether it's a truth or a lie. They'll do it. You know, like I have my thing about that too. Like even with the Little Raw situation, I feel, me personally, maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I feel like Wack got his hands in that.
Oh, come on, man.
I feel that Little Rod, I feel, in my opinion, because I know the practices of Wack 100. And I know like his, like how he moves and how he has because I've seen him in his room, like even with the Big U thing. Like he got this girl, SKG, she's talking about Big U and got pressure. Like I know that type of motive. So I'm not surprised it may have came out of his playbook.
All right, man. Yo, I gotta ask you this one, all right? Why you do Cadillac Tall like that? Why did you do that? Nah, you wrong for that. You was wrong for that, bro. You started some shit and you just let the vultures get at him, bro. No, you was wrong for that. And that man ain't used to that kind of energy. He's older. He don't go on Clubhouse like that. And then when he went on that, he was like, this is exactly why I don't go on this shit, because y'all motherfuckers is crazy. You know you was wrong for that too.
I didn't know. I'm gonna be honest, right? So Panda, when he came in my room, right, it was like, yo, salute. So I didn't know that the dudes was going to jump on him. I did not know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know your ass was in the back keying when it was happening.
I was. I'm not gonna lie. I was. I didn't
That's
know.
messed up to do him like that. You was wrong for that. I gotta call you out on that, man. Because
shout out to Caddy. I want to say shout out to Caddy. I didn't mean to do
that. Sorry.
I'm sorry for that.
Now, you might have had a good point in what you were saying with the 50 situation, but it didn't call for all that, bro. Like,
I didn't know. See, Panda, I didn't know they was going to jump on him because the way they jumped on him was so crazy. Like, because they was like, yo, that 50, they said Mitsubishi. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, yo?
Nah, and then they had the I Smell Pussy playing in the background and shit. You guys is wrong for that, bro.
I didn't know they was going to do that.
Come on, man. I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually you playing that in the background.
No, it wasn't. I swear it was not me. It was not me.
Oh my God. I was listening to that. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, what is wrong with you guys, man? How you gonna do them like that? Yo, I bet you wasn't getting any money when you was with Murder Inc. anyways. And like, just like, I was like, oh my God, how you do them like this?
No, I didn't. Listen, I didn't know. I didn't know they was gonna do that. I didn't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, Panda. I didn't know because it happened so fast. Like when he came in there, he was talking, and then
it started out good.
Crazy.
It started out good. Next thing you know, I don't even know. You made one comment and then just disappeared, and everybody just started jumping on him, bro. Like I was like, you pulled a, you know what? You pulled a whack move. You've been learning too well, okay? Because that's what he do a lot of times. No, that's exactly what he be doing. That's the same shit he pulled on Cuban. That's the same thing he pulled on Cuban. Remember when
I was there? You know what's crazy, Panda? I was there when he did that on Cuban.
Yo, Cuban tried to keep this cool, and then next you know he just couldn't do it anymore, bro. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, it got crazy. Cuban did get crazy on him. He was cursing him out. Because Wack was like, yo, you came to us for help and protection and this and that. I was like, yo, that shit is crazy.
I remember I interviewed Reggie Wright, and I asked him, I was like, yo, is that shit true that he came to Death Row? He was like, I don't remember that. He said, I don't remember that at all. I was like, come on, Wack. But you know, it's funny because like Cuban was telling me that behind the scenes, Wack is like, yo, it's just entertainment. This is just for entertainment. Yeah. And it's like, but you making me look bad though. Like how is someone
Wack, dude, that's what I'm saying. Wack is a opportunist. The man is an opportunist. He's going to do this shit for entertainment. He's going to tell you. He's going to like he does the things. It's a play. Everything is a play with Wack. Everything is a play. Even when he went at Hassan. That was a play for him.
Wait, but wasn't you on audio saying that he really be promoting you though? Technically, when he be going at you, I could have sworn that you was saying that.
Look, he promotes people. This is what Wack does, right? I don't know if he follows the 50 Cent playbook, but what Wack does is
no. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he learned a lot from watching 50. I feel like the way that 50 trolls on social media, he saw that and he's like, you know what? I could do something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So Wack will say some shit. He'll come in your room. He'll say some shit just to get your room popping. He'll troll the shit out of you. I've seen Wack say things about people. Like, perfect example. I'm going to give you a perfect example. I had the game in my room. The game came in there. This dude, why did Wack say the game wrote "What Up Gangsta" for 50 Cent?
I know. It's not even true.
Yo, bro. That shit went so viral. Bro.
That was your room?
I thank you for that. That was my room.
Oh my God. Okay.
That shit went so viral. When he said that, the Breakfast Club, World Star Hip Hop, everybody talked about it because he came in my room with the game. He brought the game. We was having a rant. We wasn't even talking about the game. We was talking about Jim Jones wearing a purple blouse. And then it turned into who was the top 5 best rap out the West. And then the game was in the goo. And then the game came on stage. And then when the game was getting ready to leave, he said, the game wrote "What Up Gangsta." And that shit shook the internet.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Game and Wack be stretching the truth, though. You know, Game, you watch his interviews, bro. Over the years, the shit changes so much, all right? You know it. You know it's true, too. And I like Game, okay? But his interviews, though, bro, sometimes you just be like, Game, come on, man. You know?
Game. Listen, Game gonna do what Game do. You know what Game. You know how Game is, bro. Game is just Game.
I was never an Eminem fan. Then you flash to a freaking thing. Eminem's a GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, I don't know anything about your career. Next thing you know, it's like, come on, bro.
Listen, Gabe, that's Gabe. That's Gabe. Gabe is he's gonna listen, Gabe, this Dr. Dre, he went in, he said, Kanye did more for me than Dr. Dre. Then eventually he said, no, Dr. Dre did this for me.
Nah, not gonna lie, that was painful to hear though. But I'm still not letting go of that Cadillac toss shit. I can't believe you did that. That's crazy, man. Cool for that one. I can't believe you did that. And you know that's why you laughing, because you know you was dead wrong for that. Caddy, yo, hit me up for the interview, man.
Shout out to Caddy. Shout out to Cadillac Todd. He cool. Caddy is cool. Caddy is cool. I fucks with Caddy. Caddy be cracking me up, man. Caddy is so funny.
Can't believe you.
Caddy got a good sense of humor. I'm not gonna lie. Caddy got a good sense of humor, man. He's funny, dude. He's a funny dude. Yo, Panda, I want to say salute on the Royal Flush interview, man. That was a dope interview, bro.
Yeah, but people slept on it, bro. People slept on that one, man.
That and Psycho Les from Beat Nuts.
Yeah,
that was dope, bro. Like,
I know,
underrated right there, bro. Like,
try,
that's
man.
a dope.
Try.
People don't listen. People don't give Royal Flush his credit, but Royal Flush is
he had his hand
rapper.
in a lot of different shit, bro.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah. All right, Bulletz. I just want to thank you, brother, for giving me your time today, man. Is there anything else you want to say to the people before we go ahead and wrap it up?
I want to say salute to everybody. I want to say shout out to Panda Shop, shout out to the Gotti gang. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, the Bulletz Gotti Show 2.0. Follow me on Instagram if you want to chop it up on some business.
You want to say sorry to Hassan?
B Gotti. Let me just say this. Shout out to Hassan Campbell. It's no beef.
Sorry to Hocus.
Hocus, no beef. No beef. No beef with Hocus 45th. It's no beef. It's no beef. We good, Hocus. We good. I definitely want to give a big thanks to you, Panda. Shout out to my whole movement. I appreciate you for bringing me on here. This was dope, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This was funny.
Man, we've been here for like fucking 5 hours, bro.
Yo, this is crazy, bro. Like, yo, you know, this is a legendary. This is like, we talked about a whole lot. Yo, this right here, this one right here is gonna go viral.
No, because you kept on veering off, bro. I had to bring you back. I was like, damn, man, we was talking about this. I was like, next thing you know, you start talking about something else. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know how. I don't know how much time to set it up.
Yo, you got a lot of content. Look, you got a lot of content, man.
I know, I did. This dude, man, you crazy. All right, man, Bo. Yo, bro, salute to you, man. I appreciate you.
Salute to you. All right, Panda, I'm gonna holler at you, bro.